Okay. Alright, so it should show up pretty quick on Mixer.
Yeah,
Uh,
scared me.
damn it. I was joking. And you made me laugh and I spit it all over me.
I gotta mute the stream.
God, there's fucking Coke everywhere because you made me laugh.
You're a grown man. Why are you spilling Coke everywhere?
I'm not spilling it. You made me laugh. I was drinking Coke and then you made me laugh while Coke was in my mouth and it kind of spewed out of my mouth. Things happen sometimes.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Okay, can you see the stream? And hey. Hello. The fuck happened?
I don't know.
There you are. Okay, can you see the stream? Yes or no?
I can see the screen.
Oh.
Yeah, I can see the screen.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Go here. And then you see down here it says input mode. And there's voice activity or push to talk. You want voice activity. And once you have voice activity selected, over here is just, this means it'll automatically detect your voice. If this is turned on, then I think it's too sensitive for you and you need to turn it off.
How's that?
That's a little bit better, but once you turn it off, then you can move this bar down to adjust the sensitivity. Oh.
Yeah, see, I got that bar removed like pretty far down because I don't have that little like selector off to the side.
Oh, okay.
We're hearing you.
Maybe I have a newer version of Discord. Maybe you should update it, you fucking faggot. No,
Suck my nut.
don't do that right now though, because you have to exit the call.
Eh,
So don't do it. Don't do it.
eh.
Ugh. All right. Well, we're streaming now, and we got the troubleshooting figured out. So for archival purposes, and you're pretty much the only one who watches the archive, so I don't know why I need to say this, but my guest today here is James. Thank you for joining today, James.
Gonna shiver some timbers.
No, that's not happening. I
Why
have
am I here?
well, because you wanted to talk. You wanted to talk Warframe.
Ah, hey, look, it's Mag.
It's
I
not.
remember spending tons of money on Mag.
It's not Mag, you fucking retard. It's
Oh, my
Nova.
bad. They're the same thing. All Warframes are the same thing unless it's Zapper.
Yes, my glorious Zephyr Prime. uh,
I don't think I've ever actually like seen Zapper Prime.
I have Cora, the new one. She's shit tier, but she got that butt.
What even is Core? There's so many new Warframes, I don't even know.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. You left off. I think they just introduced Atlas when you'd stop playing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they have Ivara is new. She was introduced, I think, after Atlas. So she's an archer Warframe. Harrow.
That looks like Hydroid. That just looks like girl Hydroid. Borrow.
He's a priest. He'll bless you.
Cool.
Gara. Which actually this was the one that was introduced with the Plains of Eidolon, their open world. So,
Chain link fence attached to his back.
yeah, it's supposed to be glass.
Basically my backyard.
Nidus, who is just an infested Warframe. Uh,
Kind of simple.
he actually his form changes. He gets like these stacks of infestation. Like he gets more and more infested. So as he gets more and more infested, he like his body changes.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there's Wukong.
I guess there's no previews of that. Oh yeah, I remember Wukong.
Uh,
Head tassels.
yeah. Let's see. There's Inaros.
What the fuck?
He's just he's the Egyptian Warframe. He's just sand.
We're on those skinny little legs.
Yeah. He's a mummy. See, he's even got those wrappings there, like a mummy.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Uh, Neja. Uh, oh.
Oh, all I can think of when I'm looking at this frame is I don't know if you remember when we were watching G Gundam, but I think it was Shining Gundam, Burning Gundam. I forget which one had the big circle on his back.
Let's look. Look.
Amazing show. You know,
The Shining Gundam.
in Gundam.
Here. This one.
Gundam, yeah.
How the fuck do you remember that?
Show, shut up.
This one also kind of has a ring. It looks different though than this one. Custom
like,
build 144 Shining Gundam.
that's not real. I don't remember that.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a model. I don't think he was actually in the show.
All the G Gundam lore.
Anyways, yeah. So, but Wukong and Neja were both introduced because they wanted to please the Chinese Warframe market.
I mean, China does have a pretty big market in pretty much everything.
Yeah. There's also another one that I don't have. Actually, that was one of the things that we're gonna do today. I told you that their story missions are fucking hot garbage. And there was their most recent story garbage. That's what I was just about to say. That's probably what it is. Their most recent. What is wrong with my voice?
Well, you ain't got to yell at me about it because no, you can't talk good.
The most recent quest that was released, I still have not done, but it was hotly anticipated. Everyone was hyped for it. I certainly was not because the previous two story quests were so bad. But anyways, what I was trying to say is that they released a special version of Excalibur in China, called Excalibur Umbra, and everyone's like, when is Excalibur Umbra coming to Warframe in America? And they finally decided to put Excalibur Umbra in this quest. You get it from doing the quest, but I haven't done it yet. I want you to experience the hot. I want us to experience the hot garbage together. So I thought we'd do that on the stream.
So are the cutscene? I mean, like the story missions, so they involve like cutscenes or plot or anything.
Yeah. So what I was thinking about what we can do is they've now introduced the ability to replay quests. So I can replay the previous two story missions. It's supposed to be a trilogy anyways, and so the most recent one is supposed to be the end of that trilogy. Although from what I understand, it still ends on a cliffhanger. So that doesn't mean that means it's not an end. They don't understand what a trilogy is, I guess. But anyways, so I can replay the first two, and you can just see how fucking hot garbage these things are, and then we can experience the last one together.
And I'm so excited for this.
But anyways, for the other new Warframes, they also have Octavia here, which is the music Warframe, which I totally have a Hatsune Miku skin for her.
Like I was able to tell immediately.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
Something
Thought
that
you
they
was the music one.
something that they started doing. Is they've also started introducing what they call deluxe skins, which are basically completely redone models. So
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I was looking at I almost bought Frost and Oberon's Lux skin because I liked them so much.
yeah. So
Almost. Holy shit, that looks cool.
this is Trinity Deluxe right here. So
Awesome.
yeah, some of the deluxe skins are pretty cool. I also have here's Oberon Prime, by the way.
Oh man, I love Oberon Prime.
So I actually just unlocked him, and then we can preview. Let's see, in the Oberon
Like,
Deluxe right here. This is it.
yeah, that's so cool. I love that.
And then on the PC version, they've also introduced what they call Tenogen, which is like user created content. So users can make skins. They can't change the body model. They can introduce
Oh
new
shit,
helmets.
that looks so cool.
Yeah. So user made content, you can make new helmets, and then you can change the texture on the body. They also have user made Sayadanas. So like these ones that you see the little just the price for, those are user made Sayadanas. Some of these are garbage, but some of these are pretty cool. I own some of the user made stuff. So
I was looking at a few of these little while back. I actually went back and, as you know, I played Warframe on PS4, but I actually re-downloaded it for the Xbox One. Oh, it was fun. It took a little bit like kind of like relearning, getting back into it.
yeah.
All where it's like, all right, so now it's probably a good time to spend money, and that's when I backed out. I didn't want to spend any more money than I had, especially when I'm not playing it all that much.
Yeah. And if you could get a PC, I would I would I would help you out so much so we could play together.
There is a PC in my house. I just never use it. I'm
Here's
looking at it right now.
also I don't know if Equinox got introduced pretty shortly after
So no,
Atlas.
that's the two separate Warframes, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah. So I think that's all of the Warframes. Plus, there's the Prime versions. They have Prime, obviously Prime all the way. Oh no, no, your favorite. Guess what? The newest Prime released. Everyone's favorite autistic Warframe, Limbo Prime.
Oh,
To be fair,
Limbo is actually disabled.
to be fair though,
God,
um, they did actually rework Limbo to make him slightly less trollish. Now, when you're stuck in his fucking cataclysm, you can actually pick up items. And if you are in the cataclysm, you can dodge roll out of it to exit it quickly.
yeah, but if you still play Limbo, you're just human trash. That's what you are.
Oh yeah, I still agree. I still hate having Limbos in my party, to be honest.
Valkyrie Prime, I didn't know that.
Hmm? Oh yeah, they have
Prime.
Valkyrie Prime. Like I said, they have all
Oh, that's cool.
all the original Warframes up to Limbo. Next is gonna be Chroma Prime. So
Okay.
yeah,
So yeah, that's. I think that's when I first started playing. I think Limbo was the first new Prime release.
not Prime, but new Warframe.
So do they have Hydroid Prime?
Yeah, they have Hydroid Prime. I don't I
Hydroid.
I don't have Hydroid Prime though, so I can't show it to you.
Hydroid's so cool. He's so
Here's
stupid.
Banshee Prime.
Voice. I
Yeah.
knew that was Banshee.
Obviously last Prime before Limbo Prime was Zephyr Prime. No one was happy about that. Everyone's like, God, why does it have to be Zephyr? I was like, yes! Finally! I've been asking for this for like 2 years now.
The entire world was like, when make Zephyr Prime though?
No, no
When
one
make
was like that. That was a joke. That was a joke. Because no one
make
likes
Zephyr
Zephyr.
Prime though.
No one likes Zephyr. Except me. I'm the only one who likes Zephyr. Look, you go to my profile. Let's go to my profile. And let's look at who my most played frame is. Why do I have Oberon Prime
Oh
equipped?
no. Oh no. Because Oberon's sick shit. Who is that?
Who is my most played frame? Zephyr. Bam!
Oh no. Wait, who is that lady?
Oh, you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn. Let's Let me equip my.
Oh no.
I've been playing as Korra lately, the newest Warframe. Uh, let me equip my Korra again, and
Gun you got.
I have this gun. I really like how it looks, but I its damage is so bad. I just like the
Looks
way
so
that
cool. What kind of gun is it?
it's semi-automatic. It's just that's all it is. It's just like a semi-automatic rifle. That's all it is. It's nothing special about it. It is a very generic weapon with fucking piss poor stats. it
Looks
up
cool.
it upsets me that it's so bad because I like how it looks, but God, it's garbage.
And maybe the prime version will work out a little bit better, in 2 years.
This one right here, which is not hot garbage, is the fucking Kamehameha guns. You can either just
What
keep
the
throwing a bunch of key blasts with it, or you can literally like charge it together and with both hands together and fucking make one big blast with it. So these ones are fun. I like them, and they do good damage too. So yay!
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. And then
Ooh, melee weapon.
yeah, let's see. I mean, there's like as you can see, there's a fuck ton of fucking weapons. Let's
I'm,
see.
I'm just I'm just lost. There's so many.
This is my newest favorite weapon they've added, which is war fans. This is the only war fan they've introduced so far, but I honestly really like them. I wish they'd introduce more because I don't really like this style, but I like the idea of fighting with fans.
Katana. Is that a boomerang?
No, it's a fan. Like you fan yourself with.
Nah, under that.
Under that?
Yeah,
Under here?
yeah,
The
yeah.
Kestrel. Yeah, that's been in the game for a long time. That was one of the first melee weapons they introduced. It's a boomerang.
Really? I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah, man, it's been there. It was there when you were playing.
Oh, I just played with what was it, Orthos Prime, all day, every day.
And you had Reaper too.
Oh yeah, Reaper
Reaper
was cool.
and
I like Reaper.
you had did you have yeah, I think you had
Orthos.
Orthos Prime and then what was the other one? Galatine. I think you
Um,
had Galatine. I
I had
don't
Galatine and I had Fang Prime.
yeah, yeah.
I,
Uh
I love Orthos. It had like that big wide range and you could just attack so fast.
yeah. And then the Geppetto came in, and this was fucking OP for a long time. Now this is trash tier weapon. It makes me sad. I still equip it for the memories. uh, I'll go with this. So Korra's gimmick here is that she's a I guess a beastmaster. She has her own cat. Plus, you still have your regular companion too, so you could effectively have two pets. Also, they introduced cats to the game now. You have dogs
I
and
can
cats
see.
now. So Korra's thing is that she controls Venari, which is her pet. I don't know. I don't know if I really like Korra that much. I just got her yesterday. I like stupid Warframes. Like no one likes Zephyr, but I still like Zephyr. Um, I like Warframes that are
Zephyr
dumb.
Prime.
Yeah. I like Warframes that are stupid, but the thing is with Korra is that she's kind of just so generic. Like her gimmick is just the pet, and it's kind of like out of your control. It's mostly AI controlled, so I don't really feel like I'm that connected with it. So it's kind of I don't know if I really like her gimmick that much.
Does the AI work well?
Mm, yeah, it's okay. It's when it comes to combat, it does its job, but you also have like other abilities with your pets, like you can open like lockers and containers with them, and there's been so many times that like the pathfinding, like my pet will be off somewhere fighting enemies, and then it's like I want this locker opened, and then the pathfinding on the pet, it can't fucking figure out what to do. It doesn't know how to get to the locker, and I'll just sit there staring at it with my gun pointed at it, looking like an idiot. Please open this locker. Please open this locker. Please come here and open this locker. Oh my god, come here and open the fucking locker.
Well, it kind of makes sense because the companions that you're used to, they're like kind of attached to you.
Yeah.
So if this one's a little bit more free roaming, I mean, that's new technology for them. The pattern's gonna be a little bit off.
No, no, it's been there because they used to have, they still have Kuburos, which are the dogs. No, those have been there for a long time. The
Do they
Venari,
work identically?
yeah, pretty much.
Hmm.
Okay, so this is the second dream, which was the first of their cinematic quests that they introduced. Personally, I didn't hate this one too much, mostly because I was just kind of enamored that all of a sudden this game that had mostly been known for not caring that much about story suddenly was like putting in like all this effort into cinematics and storytelling. So I didn't kind of realize how much hot garbage it was at the time because I was just like blown away. I was like, "Whoa, what's this?"
Kind of set in.
Hang on, wait. Oh, I can't skip it. I don't know what the volume is like on the stream.
Oh, well, I think I got mine muted, so that's a lot of dudes. I, God, do they still? That's just a head.
Yep, it's just a Loki head.
He head. I forgot what I was gonna ask because I wasn't expecting, a dismembered. Kind of cool. Stalker guy.
Yeah, that's a stalker. They gave Stalker a bit of an upgrade with this mission.
That's my way stalker.
He's actually now kind of a challenge to kill.
Oh no, I mean he's pretty scary though.
Yeah, before though is pretty easy to kill him. He just kind of showed up and just threw a few arrows at you, and that was really it. But now he actually has like Warframe abilities and stuff like that.
When I was trying to get his weapons, my heart rate would just spike whenever he appeared because like I gotta get those weapons.
So I'm gonna turn the volume up a little bit. I don't know if I click. Yeah, that was just the cinematic, right? I don't know if I click replay if it's also gonna show the cinematic again. I hope not. But anyways, okay, there we go.
So do like the clans, what were they called? I already forgot the name of all the different clans you could join.
Yeah, the different factions. Yeah, these have mostly been forgotten. Uh, you have these are the ones here.
I think I joined.
The opposite of me. So like these three are together, and then these three are together. So you join like the Parent Sequence, Red Veil, and New Loka. The fucking hippies.
I think you joined the parent sequence.
No. You can see right here.
Yeah.
Wait, my stream's not working. I don't know if you can see it or not. Am I streaming? Yeah, obviously you can see it, right?
Yeah. I also see Gundams.
Yeah, I was tabbing to. I don't know why. I can't see the stream on my end, but that's fine. So you can see here I joined Steel Meridian, Arbiters of Hexus, and Cephalon Suda. So.
I remember, I think I joined two at the time. I joined Arbiters of Hexus, and I joined New Loka just to spite you.
Because they hate me.
I'm Suda, and I was like, I hate you too. I'll join New Loka.
So some of the quests that they've introduced now are I think this is kind of stupid. Although I guess it's good in the long run. They didn't want to lock people out of content, but there are now some of the warframes that you acquire are through quests. Like for example, Octavia, the music one. Octavia is acquired through a quest from one of the factions. There's also this one which I haven't done yet. I think this is for who is this for? I think this is for Atlas. You have to talk to someone from the Parent Sequence, one of the factions as well. So like they've sort of
they change it up so you don't have to go and like grind for like 20 hours to get Warframe parts.
No, they've made it absolutely worse actually. Korra right here, fuck getting this Warframe. It took me too stupidly fucking long. They introduced this new game type called Sanctuary Onslaughter, where it's basically just like the survival mode, but instead of you having a whole map to explore, it's literally just one arena that just throws wave after wave of enemies at you, and you just try to kill as many as you can, and if you can't kill them fast enough, then it ends, right? And so you have to go.
So I noticed that there's level 60 and 70.
Yeah, there's Elite, Sanctuary Onslaughter, and regular. So to get Korra, it's better to just do the regular Sanctuary Onslaughter, thank God, because boy, it would be a bitch having to run it so many times in the 60 or 71.
That the levels weren't that high.
They now go up to 100. These are sorties, which are like daily missions, and you can see the final mission is 80 to 100. So
playing Destiny, sweet.
So anyways, but Korra just random like 30% drop rates for every like 8 rounds that you do in Sanctuary Onslaughter. It fucking took me forever to get Korra. I was so happy when I finally got that last part because I was like, I'm fucking done with this. Fuck
Yeah,
this shit.
that sounds just god awful.
Yeah, it's gotten worse. To be honest, I literally just before you joined, I was in a squad where I was talking to a group about the worst Warframes to farm, and it it seems like as of right now, some people think Korra's pretty bad, but honestly, I've tried farming for Harrow, whatever, and I hate farming for his parts. It's just miserable. It's again just mission types with random drops on certain rotations, and it's such a low percent chance for his parts to drop that it's aggravating. I'm ready to buy him. I'm just gonna buy him with plat because I'm not gonna waste the time trying to farm him. And I'm sure that's exactly what DE wants. Is that's why they make it so difficult. They're like, just buy him with money, you know. And I'm gonna
Oh,
go,
that's that free to play
yeah.
thing.
They've also changed a lot of the bosses now. Like before, when we played, a lot of the bosses were almost just kind of like placeholder bosses. But now
But yeah,
many of the bosses on the planets are actually full fledged bosses with their own like scripted sequences and stuff. And so, for example, like Saren, the poison Warframe, her boss fight now is like it's miserable. So first of all, this whole planet Sedna where you get Saren is like an arena now where you have to earn points. You go in, you fight. If you can complete the arena, you get so many points. Once you get enough points, you can cash those points in to fight the boss. So it's already fucking annoying because you have to grind to get points. Then the boss has a multi-stage boss fight that it's not difficult, it's just time consuming when you're trying to just grind for parts. You don't want long boss fights because you're like, I just want to get through this to get the part, right? The boss fight's interesting. The first time I did it, I was like, wow, this is really cool that they've put this whole sequence together. It's multi-stage and all that. It's cool. I'm not gonna lie. It's a cool boss fight. But holy shit, when you have to repeat it over and over and over and over and over again just to get one Warframe part, it's fucking aggravating. It's frustrating.
remember when it took like 15 seconds to kill Salad V?
Yeah, yeah. Alad V is still the same. He hasn't changed at all. Oops. I don't want to be on public. Just go solo.
I don't know if it's because I'm getting like less patient with games or whatever, but I'm really starting to like the whole grinding aspect. I'm just starting to ignore it now.
I mean,
Grinding, I was playing Dark Souls actually, so it wasn't as bad as like playing this or playing Destiny,
like
but it still took me longer than I'm willing to admit to get one weapon, and I still felt very unsatisfied.
I'm willing to defend Warframe on the grinding part. That's literally the core of the game. Like there's not really technically an end game. The goal of the game is to just keep crafting Warframes and to keep crafting weapons and so forth. That's kind of the point, right? And to just have fun with those weapons. So I'm willing to defend the grind to a certain extent. I always, whenever I meet new players and they're always wanting to like, how do I get this? How do I do that? It's overwhelming, right? Like all this information on. I don't know why the game is frozen. I think it's angry. I don't. Is it crashing? Is it what's? I think the game might have crashed. That's yeah. I think the game
It's
crashed.
too
Yep.
deep and complex. Your PC can't handle it. Noise.
Yeah. Okay. If I don't know if you can see this because the resolution of the stream, but I'm running at
Really good
314.
stream.
I have 314 frames per second. I think my computer can handle this game just fine.
Man, this is a really good stream we got going on right now.
No, um, so like what I always tell new players is like the best thing is that the combat is so good that you should just have fun with it, and while you're having fun with it, you're gonna pick up all these materials, all these mods, all this stuff that you're not even gonna realize you picked it up, right? Like
Hmm.
don't set the goal, don't make your goal to be grinding because if you do that, that's just gonna burn you out of the game. If you just play the game and love the combat and love that and just play through it normally, you're gonna find a lot of the materials that you need. You're gonna find a lot. You might not find all the prime parts that you need, but you're gonna pick up many of them. So when you do finally want to build that prime part, you might realize, oh, I already have three of the parts. I just need one more, right? Like that's how I've been playing it. Um, so when it comes to that, I think it's okay because that's what Warframe is. It literally the game is grinding, but if you can't just have fun with the gameplay, then of course it's going to be a miserable experience. Unfortunately, that not always true when you're at a point where you just want, just one Warframe, but they put that Warframe behind fighting this long boss, or having such low drop rates for one piece of a Warframe that you have to just like the only efficient way of getting it, even somewhat efficient way of getting it, is to just repeat that mission over and over again.
Now, I played a lot of Monster Hunter, and that game, like I play it solo, it's really fun. You go through, you get to the end game, but after you do that, it has that whole like, all right, grind to make weapons to kill monsters, to grind to make weapons to kill monsters.
Yeah.
I played that game like constantly. I think I put like 100 hours into it to the point where I was just grinding the same monsters by myself over and over again. Which the fights are really, really fun, and it's a game I would recommend to everybody like all day. One monster over and over and over again for just like one part better weapon. I
Yeah.
like so bad. And the same thing happened to Destiny. Once I got to the end game, I had that problem everybody has with the game where it's just grinding satisfactory results. And I don't think like anything burns me out faster than doing that, especially me because I play solo.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, I think since Warframe's, first of all, it's built around just, acquiring mats for new weapons. At the one time, the expectation's kind of already there for that. Like, it's not, it hasn't been focused on telling the story. Like, you're not just trying to progress the plot. You're literally just trying to progress how many weapons you've gotten to experience, right? Um, and, oops, A is this way. Sorry, I'm still not very good at talking and playing games at the same time.
This is a good stream, everybody.
So, anyways, so, but on the other hand too is like I was saying is there's so much content, like so many different weapons and Warframes to experience that at least for new players, like just going through and experiencing the game, I think you'll find a lot. You'll be able to make a lot of weapons just by just playing the game without having to force yourself to just focus and grind for one single thing. Because yeah, you're right.
Now
It's a good
some of
way
these
to burn
weapons
yourself
are they
out.
really that much different? Like the weapon you're using right now, is that really different from what was it, the Latron?
Uh, no, they haven't made that many major improvements. I'll show you the Staticore, which is this one right here, which I do think is different. Um, the Velt, which I'm using, yeah, no, I think this is another problem with Warframe is that they've introduced so many new weapons that like there's, the power creep is real. You have weapons from ages ago that haven't seen any sort of update or anything and have just been forgotten about, and therefore they're completely useless now. Like getting the Latron is still Latron Prime is still Prime, but I mean, what's the point in grinding for it when there's easier to acquire better weapons?
So you only have like you got your meta. You got all right. These weapons are obviously more effective than these.
Yeah,
But if you want to experience the whole thing, you're gonna have to go grind for those weapons that aren't really that great and really don't feel that much different. Monster Hunter had going for it. All the different weapon types, they all felt like you were playing a different game. But if you want to upgrade that weapon, yeah, it's gonna be stronger, but it's still gonna be the exact same weapon.
so they do
It's just
have
gonna look.
they do have different creative weapons. So like this is what I was saying. This is the Kamehameha gun.
Uh huh.
So I can either just shoot small little key blasts like that, or
That looks stupid.
I can just charge it up and move slow as shit. But it's really fucking powerful, man. So, they do it like
To be like
they've been
enough for me to.
they've been exploring, you know, with different weapon types. I think they've definitely, you know, like have spread out the weapon types, like even just modifying like original concepts to make them more interesting. From like I showed you that shotgun, the Corinth, which literally is not, as far as operating goes, the Corinth itself is just a fairly standard shotgun. It does have a secondary fire function where it basically I don't know, it like no one uses it because it's not very good. The regular fire mode is just the best way, but I don't know, it's kind of like an airburst where like you shoot just one large buckshot, I guess, is what it is, instead of a lot of pellets.
Uh-huh.
So, and that's what they've been introducing is, I mean, again, it's still a third-person shooter, so you're not gonna find something quite like Monster Hunter where they have more room to explore, right? Because it's still a third-person
I mean, but
shooter.
I think that's something that you're gonna want is a little bit more variety. I mean, except for slight movement and the occasional power, what's really the difference between the Warframes besides their appearance?
Well, see, and that's why I kind of like the more gimmicky Warframes, like, Zephyr. My other favorite one is Titania, which is, oh, I didn't show you Titania. She's a fairy, and literally her fourth ability is to turn fairy size and fly around.
That's kind of cool. See, that's what you need a little bit more of. A little bit more like interesting gimmicky stuff.
Yeah,
Because we were having that conversation about Destiny. Like, this is besides an occasional power, what's the difference?
yeah.
And it's true.
Yeah, I think Destiny's
That's
worse
basically it.
about it, because, I mean, I will say there are a lot of Warframes that do kind of feel the same. Like I was saying, Korra here kind of feels a little bit generic. You know, her gimmick is just this right here, but I don't really have control over that other than you can see on the right side of my screen, there's like those three symbols there, which is just the behavior. So
Yeah.
protect, heal, or attack, and that's really all the control I have over it. So like it's not a very involved gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
So outside of that, Korra has the Strangle Dome, which is this. Any enemies that walk in it will get strung up by it. That's not that
Is the
interesting.
coolest name for anything I've ever heard ever.
Yeah. And then she has her whip for her first attack. Um, and then her second attack is I actually need an enemy to show you. She basically wraps the enemy up in her whip, and any enemies that walk nearby the tied up enemy will get pulled into them. So, but I don't know, it's not that interesting. I mean, there's some cool combinations you can do, like with the Strangle Dome. Like you can still tie up the enemies that are caught in the Strangle Dome, and because enemies that are further away can get pulled in by the ones that are tied up. So basically, you can use the Strangle Dome, tie one enemy up in the Strangle Dome, and then that enemy might draw more enemies into the Strangle Dome, right? So there's like an interesting combo that you can do there, but I don't know, it's still not enough to make it that interesting to me. I don't
Just a
see.
slightly different take on Frost Snow Globe.
Yeah, that's really kind of what it
It's
feels
still
like.
fucking way cooler than the Snow Globe, but it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
Instead of like stringing them up, Frost just slows them down. You can kind of, I don't know if that's the only thing or if they're starting to recycle powers. Something that's kind of disappointing because this game has the potential to be so incredibly creative, and it has. Frames. I'm actually a big fan of Hydroid just fucking melt.
yeah. They've also patched Hydroid to be. Did I just? Ah, fuck.
Data destruction is imminent. Need to hurry.
Also, this area is kind of cool. It's like, think like Blade Runner.
It's also stealth, which I'm really bad at. I'm really
You're
bad
not
at stealth.
filthy. You're not like the Jungle Cat.
I have a jungle cat though. Why can't my jungle cat just do it for me? I don't know how to get above this. Oh my god, I have 14 seconds. Please. Okay, that works too.
So okay, so you just jump.
No, fuck it.
You
I'm
just
using a
weren't jumping
cipher.
good enough.
Cipher. There we go. Okay. All right. Good enough. Whatever.
Good,
Stealthy.
bro.
So stealthy.
Like the jungle cat.
Is bizarre.
Basically, big boss.
Oh yeah.
I need a moment
Oh my
to
god.
this person.
See right now.
I'm going the wrong way. Extraction is over here.
God.
So, let's see. I'm trying to think. So Nidus is interesting, the infected Warframe that I told you about, because he's the only Warframe that has like stacks where it's not really about the energy meter, but it's more about how many stacks of infestation that he can get. And then also like having more. His abilities are around building stacks and using those stacks, right? So like his fourth ability will drain your stacks. But like your, I don't remember exactly. I don't have them, so I don't know if this is right or not. But like your first ability will gain stacks, and then you know like as you gain more stacks, you have more armor because your body's bigger and so forth. But it's like, do you want to build yourself to be defensive? You have to make a interesting dynamic choice in the middle of gameplay. Do I want to use my stacks and lose my survivability to do some damage, or do I want to keep the stacks so I can survive? I think it's interesting.
That's interesting. That's fun. I like that gimmick. And I
Yeah.
think this game could do well with more of that.
Yeah.
Especially like their wide variety of frames that they have. Kind of like Chroma.
Yeah. Yeah.
As far as I remember, that sucks. But the idea that no, like whatever you change your frame's color to, that's his powers.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Uh,
That.
Chroma is actually still really popular. I don't know if they made any changes to him since. They've definitely made a lot of changes to the Warframes. Like even Zephyr now is actually more usable than she was, you know, back long ago when I still loved Zephyr. They changed her ability where before her first attack, her first ability was just to, you know, shoot forward and basically slam into a wall because all the maps are too small. And then her second ability was to just dive bomb to the floor, right?
Yeah.
So they changed this now. Now it's the direction that you fly is dependent on where your camera is looking. So if you're looking forward, you'll fly that way. But if you're looking down, you'll do the dive bomb. So basically,
Makes way more sense.
yeah. So they merged those two abilities together. So now the number two ability that Zephyr has, she throws like this airwave that just knocks enemies backwards. It's not that interesting, but it gives her more use than before.
Yeah. Well, I think that's decent. That's a function that you could actually like. And I appreciate them making like all these old garbage frames actually usable now.
Yeah.
Except for Limbo
Yeah.
disabled people.
Um.
Fuck you if you play Limbo. I'm sure you're not as good as me.
To be fair, Korra was supposed to be. Korra kind of had a troubled development. So, one of the things that they wanted to address was that one of the problems they wanted to give more creative expression in modding your weapons, because right now, and it's always been this way, really, even back when you played. If you really want, you really don't have much room for making interesting modding choices with your weapon. You pretty much always have to put on the, you know, the increased damage mod, put on the multi-shot mod, and so forth. Like every weapon has those mods, and that's 2 slots right there, right? It wasn't interesting, so they wanted to try to address this in what they were gonna call damage 3.0. And they put a lot of work into it, but then eventually realized that they didn't like the direction it was going. However, they were also developing Korra at the same time they were developing Damage 3.0, and so she was built entirely around the idea of Damage 3.0. But because they decided to scrap Damage 3.0, they basically had to rework Korra. So, yeah, so she kind of, I guess, just came out as what she is. She has a cat. That's her fucking gimmick.
That's kind of boring because every Warframe can have like a Kubero.
Yeah. Well, now she can have 2. Ooh. She can have Venari and then whatever one that she's bred, or whatever one that you've bred.
Snow Globe, or you can just go into, you know, a game with 3 other players,
Yeah.
which would probably work way better.
Yeah.
Like Warframes, they're so interesting and they're so varied. There's so much potential, and a lot of them just don't need it.
Yeah. a lot of people were pretty disappointed with Korra. That she's pretty much considered trash tier as a Warframe. She's kind of worthless. I'm a fan of those trash tier Warframes, you know. Like, I'll keep going back to Zephyr. No one liked Zephyr, but I fucking loved Zephyr. So that's the reason why I got Korra.
Because they're fun and gimmicky, and that's why you want to play a game, to have fun.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather take stupid-ass Hydroid over... God, what was the one frame that everybody liked to use?
Uh...
Oh, there's so many now. Frames. Oh, back in my day, there was like 4.
They launched with 7, first of all.
Back in my day, there was like 4.
I played this shit before you.
Archwing. Noise.
Fuck Archwing. They keep trying to reintroduce it. But they've even admitted, they've gone out and admitted that Archwing was a mistake, yet they keep trying to fucking put it into the game. Like,
They just want to make it work. Please play Archwing. Buy our Archwings. Oh,
what? What? How did I fucking die?
Because you're in an Archwing.
Okay, good point. Sorry, I shouldn't have asked that question.
Oh my god, this is awful. Oh, are you underwater?
Yeah, I'm underwater.
Well, the rest of this is awful. I can get the same experience playing the Little Mermaid level in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh god, no you can't. Fuck off.
That's basically what you're playing right now. You can get that same experience by lockpicking in Skyrim.
I think I would take Warframe hacking over fucking Skyrim lockpicking. I always fucking installed the cheat mod where it just like puts an arrow to where you need to put the lockpick. Cause fuck lockpicking.
I just did the unbreakable lockpick thing because I'm a dirty fucking scumbag cheater that doesn't like lockpicking. Played Fallout 4, I put it in the mod where whenever you hack something, you just have one option. Every year I try, like I re-download Fallout 4 and I try to play it and I just can't.
You know,
Why?
I had fun going through the story, but like once I finished it, yeah, I felt satisfied with the experience. You know, I'm not gonna say it's bad, but it's definitely not something I want to pour hours into either.
It when it first came out, we put a lot of hours into it. We played that game a lot, and since then, just no. I
Yeah.
recently went back and I played all through New Vegas, and I'm playing through Fallout 3 right now. Like, I get it is a good game. I think it's a good game, but I just can't get into it again. And I really, really tried.
Yeah.
Wrong with it. Maybe it's just me, but I have that same feel the old games have.
Because they're more RPG focused, and then fucking Fallout 4 was just first-person shooters with light RPG elements.
Which, see, that's something I'm okay with. I actually like that, but
I don't know.
I can't hold my attention. I download it. I put in maybe like 5 hours at a time, and then I just hang it back up.
I don't know. I've been hungry for a nice, strong RPG experience. I can't wait for fucking Cyberpunk, man.
Oh yeah. See, yeah. Sure. I really think I'm gonna like Cyberpunk.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die again
no.
because this is fucking Archwing.
Died in the Kingdom Hearts Little Mermaid level. How upsetting.
I think I might take... I don't know. I don't know if I want to say that. I remember this. I remember when I was actually doing this quest the first time. I hate this. This is one of the complaints. This is what most of the community complained about their story quests. It wasn't the writing. I think the writing is just awful in the story, but they complained about the mission types being kind of bland in the story missions. Like, it's a chance for the story missions to actually have more linear and more tailored experiences rather than just their usual randomly generated content. But still,
It's not a story-driven game. It just isn't.
It's not, and they fucking Like, the thing that gets me is, like, they try to pretend like this story has always been there. No, it hasn't. Don't you fucking bullshit me. I've been playing this game for a long-ass time, and the only story that came out of this game back then was from the community. The community basically made it up as they went. Don't you fucking bullshit
Like,
me.
It's not even like I'm replaying Doom right now, right? And that game, it has a story. It has a pretty decent story, but it's not in your face. It's just there in the background.
Yeah.
Bad. It didn't have a story at all, and it's not meant to. This is a multiplayer game,
Yeah.
just gameplay and multiplayer. So trying to shoehorn in the story, especially after years and years of development, it's not gonna work. It's just not a story-driven game.
Like, I think... Yeah, I don't know. To me, what I always thought is that, you know what, if they want to put a story in, fine. That's fine. Like, I'm not going to fault them for wanting to do that. But I don't try to pretend like it's this big, deep, morally gray story that you're trying to tell. Fuck off. Just, it's fucking space ninjas fighting bad guys. Like, that's as complicated as it needs to be. Like, if you want to write a fucking, basically like a fucking power... Okay, alright. Fuck this. If you want to write a fucking story that's like as deep as Power Rangers, you know what? I would fucking dig that, you know?
I really like the new Power Rangers movie.
I didn't
So
see it.
the game. It's a whole lot better than people give it credit for. And going back and playing a whole lot of like the bigger story-driven games. When the new God of War came out, that like, oh holy shit, that's such a good one.
You know, my PS4 is just when I moved to this apartment that I'm in,
Yeah, have you even like started it up?
not since I moved to this apartment. I packed it up back in the original packaging when I moved here, and I haven't taken it out of the box since.
But I mean, PC is a little bit funner to play on.
I basically finished playing Gravity Rush 2, and then after that I just stopped. I quit playing my PS4.
A lot of hours in the God of War. I'm trying to go back and play Horizon Zero Dawn.
Did
Go
you ever
back and
finish
play
it?
Final Fantasy 15. All these like story-driven games I like to play.
Did you ever finish Horizon Zero Dawn?
I've beaten it twice. That was back when it came out. The reason I stopped playing is because I wanted to play Mass Effect, and I didn't beat that.
I don't blame you.
That,
This isn't
that
a
was
fragment of
I've had in a game in a long time.
destroyed in the old war. I can use it to see them.
I regret that purchase. I regret that pre-order.
I see the stalker stronger. Hunhow's voice
Done with like grindy multiplayer games.
the reservoir, but I feel confusion. He doesn't know unless
This has been my game for the past while. I'm trapped.
The past like 3,000 hours. Yeah, you were so hyped for Final Fantasy 15 on the PC. Like, yeah,
Well,
but Warframe though.
So I got frustrated with it because they released a benchmark prior to its release so you could test to make sure your PC is, you know, prepared to handle the game. Cool. So I downloaded it and I ran the benchmark and it was like, yeah, you can run this game, no problem. I looked at my scores. It looked like I could run the game at 60 frames per second at medium settings, and the game still looks good at medium settings. So I was like, sure, yeah, that's fine. And then I got it, and it runs like fucking asshole on my fucking computer, and crashed a couple of times. And honestly, I went through all of Nier Automata, having it constantly crash on me. That I'm sorry, I don't want to go through a whole nother story-driven game with the fucking pressure that at any moment this game is just gonna crap out on me. So I was like, you know what,
That's
I'm done. I will play Final Fantasy 15 when I have a computer that can fucking handle this.
understandable. I mean, luckily I don't have to deal with a whole bunch of crashes. I think the most I've ever had to deal with is when I play The Witcher on PS4. It'll crash. It might crash like once a day, which might be a little bit more often than every now and again. It never really bothers me all that much, but it's still really annoying.
Yeah.
So having it just like that would drive me insane.
Listen, I loved I absolutely loved Nier Automata. I was willing to suffer through every single crash that game threw at me just so I could experience that game. But let me tell you, that was the most frustrating experience because it was so irregular. I couldn't even try to pretend to predict when it would happen. You know, sometimes I'd launch the game and it would crash immediately. Sometimes I'd launch the game and it would go for 3 hours before it crashed. It was so incredibly unpredictable, and the way the game handles saves makes it very fucking stressful because it's manual saves. There's not really any real auto saving. So, you know, I could play for like a fucking hour, and then the game crashes, and bye bye. There goes that hour I just spent, and it's infuriating.
They're not auto saving that game.
It's because I love the game, but also I'm not gonna praise it for this fucking masterpiece that everyone says it is. It has its flaws. It's too stuck up its ass for its fucking artistic expression. So like the idea of the reason why there's no autosave is because most of it just has to do with its artistic expression. It's just saying there's no. Basically, every you is a different you. Basically, is what it is. So I don't know. It's fucking weird. I don't know. Too stuck up its ass for its artistic expression to make just a genuinely fun game. Don't get me wrong. I love the game, but sometimes the message it wants to tell is just. It's like you're a game first, and then a fucking piece of art second. Stop it.
It was directed by Kojima.
It might as well have been.
Your favor. We'll take it from here.
Pull shit like that.
Don't think so. I'm here to protect my
That was a Platinum game. Was that directed by Kamiya?
No, it wasn't directed by Kamiya. It was directed by Yoko Taro, who's just a fucking insane man.
A lot of these Japanese developers seem to be kind of insane dudes.
Literally, I can't believe Square Enix fucking let him do this, but like whenever Yoko Taro himself promoted the like pre-order for the game, and literally it's just like he set up his webcam, pulled out like the pre-order bonuses, like one of them was a t-shirt, and he's just fucking rolling around on the floor saying fuck Square Enix. I can't believe fucking Square Enix let him. This is the official fucking trailer for the fucking game.
Alright, I haven't seen that. I'm gonna have to look that up. Okay.
He's just rolling around on the floor with a fucking t-shirt, just like, fuck Square Enix. Buy Nier Automata.
As good as I know this game is, development of like that game and everything that came before it, ridiculous.
Yeah.
That trailer though, I've never seen that. I had no idea that existed.
Let me let the game load, and then I can pause it and I'll see if I can pull it up on YouTube.
And while that's happening, entertain for a second. I'll be right back.
All right. Although it's loaded, but you know, whatever. It's
When you
fine.
connected to Hunhouse Fragment, Hunhouse saw a path to the reservoir that led through here. He cannot reach it alone. He needs the stalker.
You know, I forgot to. That's fine. This the one?
Alright, play that.
こんにちは、ディレクターの横尾です。
プラチナゲームズゲームデザイナーの田浦です。
今回ニーヤオートマタを予約するとこの T シャツがついてきます。ちょっと待ってください。
はい。
ニーヤオートマタ T シャツ、ニーヤオートマタ T シャツ、ニーヤオートマタ T シャツ、ニーヤオートマタ T シャツ、ニーヤオートマタ T シャツ、スクエアネック。
This man.
There's on there. First of all, the pre-order bonus is a T-shirt.
Yeah.
To me, that's garbage, but that's a lot more than what you get nowadays.
And look, this is fucking promoted by their official, the official fucking Square Enix channel too, right? Like,
he has one shirt that he's holding. He's rolling around on the floor like, holy shit, holy shit. Make me want to buy the game, but it's super entertaining. Oh my god. I can't even think of like the last time a pre-order bonus was worth it.
I don't think I've ever pre-ordered for a pre-order bonus. I've typically, it's been a while since I pre-ordered anyways, but typically I just pre-order because, I don't know, I just want to get it quickly. Usually on Steam they have like pre-install where like the game is locked, but it's already installed on your hard drive until the release date. So it's like, especially if I have work that day, then it's like I can just have it install itself while I'm at work, and then when I get home I don't even have to wait for it to download. I can just start playing right away. That's really why, if I ever pre-order, that's why I do it. It's not for the it's not for the pre-order bonus.
They give out good bonuses anymore. I don't like to pre-order like unless I absolutely know I'm gonna like the game. Because I think I did that with the new Mass Effect. I pre-ordered that. I pre-ordered. It wasn't even the standard version. I think it was like the $80 version.
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. That definitely came back to bite me. Confident because I love the old Mass Effect games, and it was like the biggest disappointment. And not only was it a $60 disappointment, it was an $80 disappointment. You remember what happened with the ESO?
The what?
ESO, Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh yeah.
I want to go through that again, like ever.
Did you?
So I try to avoid pre-order as a rule.
Did you? Have you ever tried going back to ESO since all the updates? Because I heard.
No, I know they've changed it a whole lot, but like it's still an MMO, and you know how I feel about MMOs.
Yeah.
They're not my kind of game.
Yeah.
I'm mostly single player, which is the games I like to play.
Yeah.
Like Star Ocean: The Last Hope.
Too bad the last Star Ocean was fucking garbage.
I was just about to ask, has anybody played the new Star Ocean?
I haven't played it, but I looked at some reviews. Even in Japan, it was very poorly rated. Like it got poor reviews everywhere. So yeah.
They had one god awful trailer for it, which just hurt your eyes. I heard nothing about it after that.
So I did some research on this too. So like the original creator of Star Ocean, he wanted the end of Star Ocean to be with number 4. That was intended to be the last one in the game. So he actually left.
Oh.
He left. He didn't work on the 5th one. And I guess it fucking shows because because the 5th one was garbage apparently.
So it's not like the Tales game where they have like a yearly release. That was like, what was the Last Hope was supposed to be the very last one?
Yep, that was supposed to be the last one.
Last Hope was like just campy and just cheesy enough to be a great game.
Yeah.
The gameplay wasn't bad either.
Actually that's the thing that I guess I was talking to someone on one of my streams when I was you might have heard this too, because I archived it, but you know, the 3rd one was just fucking goofy as all hell too, because literally the big fucking twist of that game is that it turns out you're just people like NPCs inside a fucking MMO, and reason
The entire world's just one big video game.
yeah, and the reason why everything's going fucking to hell in the game is because they're fucking taking the servers down for maintenance.
Oh.
and then I forgot.
Interesting though. I really like that.
And then I forgot that you fucking go back in time and fucking the Roswell fucking crash. I forgot about that in the fourth one. This fucking Star Ocean is known for this just fucking far-fetched fucking cheese, man.
So good. I mean, you go back in time, you're the Roswell incident, and you just blow up the Earth by accident. Who, remember, his name is Edge Maverick. Edge fucking Maverick, he gets all butthurt. Amazing. You can do so much with that.
Yeah, I do need to keep playing it.
It's a disappointment to hear the newest one was not great.
You know, if it had a fucking release on PC, I'd probably be willing to give it a try. I don't know. Maybe if I can find it cheap for the PS4 here. No, see, the problem is like I can't find it cheap here because it's gonna be in Japanese. I'd have to import it. There's no way I can find it cheap because I'm gonna have to import it. So like it'd have to be on the PC, where they would release it with all the languages and with it. Otherwise, I'd be willing to give it a try if I could find it cheap. But I mean, if I bought it here cheap, I'm not gonna understand what the hell is going on. So
Release it for the PC?
no, I don't think so. And they probably won't port it since it flopped so bad.
Didn't have a really dumb twist in it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe the world's not a big game server, or maybe you don't go back to Roswell. And did 9/11 the whole time. Are they collectible?
Yeah, you now have music for your ship.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually don't like how they
Now, is
handle
that something you
this.
can buy with microtransactions?
Huh?
Oh, with microtransactions?
No. No, not the music for your ship.
Okay.
These things,
Like
you just find them and scan them. They're just randomly spawn on planets. And so if you want to unlock the music for that planet, you just have to find these. I think you need to scan them 4 times, so you have to find 4 of them to unlock the music. So, I actually don't really like that. I wish you would just scan it one time because it's like a 25% chance that they'll spawn on that mission, so they're not always there. But I guess it's not that big of a deal either because it's just music. It's not anything that you need to unlock, but it's like, I want some music for my ship. It's so quiet here.
And I imagine the music's just kind of like slow and ambient.
It's all the music in the game. You can unlock every single song. The combat music, all of it. I do like I like the ambient music in the void, the tower. So I really want to unlock that one. Actually, I unlocked it very recently. I was so happy. Finally, I got it. I was like, yes. It is slow and ambient, but I like it. It's good. So.
Too bad you can't like listen to it when you're actually playing. Have a little iPod with the earbuds in.
Yeah, well, I've pretty much treated Warframe as bring your own soundtrack kind of game anyways. I usually just turn the in-game volume down pretty low and just turn a podcast on in the background. So I've heard.
I mean, it is just like, it's not like it's a story-driven game or anything.
Yeah, there's that. I mean, even when there is story moments in these just awful quests, it's only for that quest, right? And then after the quest is done, it goes back to being just itself, just being normal Warframe.
Like Dark Souls or something, I just have something playing in the background.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's important and there's a point where it's not. Of course, I wouldn't even really call Dark Souls a story-driven game either. Like that's a whole other thing.
Oh, okay. Don't walk into the electricity.
Duh.
You killed me a
You know
lot.
how that looks shady as shit.
And he's helping me. I haven't really been. Most of the conversation they're talking about right now, I don't really care about. So basically, more or less, it's, basically the stalker is trying to revive what's called the sentience, I think. Which I don't know.
Before this.
They're just fucking bad guys. That's all it is. So I don't know. That's basically. I'm just trying to stop them from doing that. Really, there's a big twist that will come later that you'll be like, what the fuck is this? That's what I'm really trying to get to. Right now, what's happening in the game, you don't need to worry about. I'll let you know when the fucking stupid is coming.
Because I'm completely lost. I don't even know what's happening right now.
So we're gonna go to the moon, which is actually a new planet they introduced, which is it's the fucking moon, Earth's moon. Okay, I'm dead again. Fuck this electricity. Why?
Oh, and your companion just farts all over you.
Yeah. It revives me.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was a new companion skill they introduced. They have a. It only works when it only
got farted on.
It only works in solo mode. When you have a squad, it doesn't work anymore. But if you're playing solo, then your companion can revive you. So at the cost of its own life. So it'll die after it revives you, but it gives you another chance. Also, they changed the revive system. It's no longer 4 revives for the day. It's now just 4 revives per mission.
Oh, you spend $100 in platinum, and then you get farted on.
I just need to jump over it? No.
Wait.
I'm a little bit confused. Do I need...
Patient, you're way too gung-ho.
Does it disappear? I don't think it disappears.
Huh. Maybe you gotta hit like a switch or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. See, this one turns on and off, but wait a minute.
Red things.
This one's... Okay. Alright. I think there's an order to it, but I thought I'd looked at all 4 of them. And they were all activated. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever.
Maybe there's a time limit, or maybe when you died it reset.
Maybe.
Cool though. It reminds me of what was it, the Orkin?
Yeah, this is... Yeah, the moon is also, like, entirely Orican run.
Ooh, nice.
So I think we should get another good shot of it here soon.
You did it. Void mass
So it has like this big Orican ring around it now. That's like embedded into it. It actually, I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty fucking cool.
Trying to make this game like lore friendly. Or game more lore friendly.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, they've introduced these so basically just like, you know how Destiny had those like what were they, like codex cards or something like that?
Yeah, the what were they called? Grimoire cards?
Yeah, those. So basically, you know, everyone bitched and complained about how they were offline, rightfully so. I'm not saying they were wrong for bitching and complaining that they were not in the game. They were totally outside of the game. Yeah, so basically Warframe introduced the exact same thing, but it's now accessed in game, and you get it by just like I showed you the song scans. They're just like random things that you find on the planets that if you scan them, it'll unlock some more information about lore, and you can just access it from in game.
Still better than Destiny, and that's about as good as you're gonna get from this.
So like here, if you go to universe, here there's the fragments. So these are all the scans that I've made. So, and it's just, it tells you information like creatures and about Earth and about Venus and about Mars. So
At least you can actually access it in game. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
I still don't think that's not really a good storytelling technique, but at least you can access it in game.
yeah, no kidding. And I'm actually surprised with this game that basically the developers have said fuck it to putting tutorials in the game because they know everyone just relies on the wiki anyways. So it surprises me so much that they actually implemented this into the game when even the developers themselves have basically said, just go to the wiki.
That's just terrible.
It is. That's been the complaint since back when I was playing. The new player experience for Warframe is awful. This game doesn't do anything to telling you what to do. It just kind of sets you loose with all these new mechanics and all this stuff, and doesn't really explain where should you go, what should you do first, what weapon should I acquire. These are all common questions that I hear from like new players. What Warframe should I get? What Warframes can I get? What weapon should I use? And it's like
gives you no direction whatsoever.
Yeah.
I got that when I downloaded it on the Xbox. I was like, well,
since you did download on Xbox, you probably did see that they changed the way that the planets work. There is sort of a path now, so like it's not just unlocking nodes.
Most of the missions for me were blacked out. That's how I kind of knew. I've played the game before. I put a lot of hours in the game, so when I was playing it, even I was sitting there looking at it like, what do I do? Like, I didn't know.
Yeah.
So like, new player friendly, this game is not.
Absolutely not at all.
It does not have to be like that.
Yeah. So like they added this.
I think this game has.
They added this new section to your ship. So like I was just gonna show you that there's this like personal quarters that you can customize. Those are mostly through microtransactions. So obviously mine's pretty bare. You do get this free like display for one of your favorite Warframes. Obviously Zephyr.
This gotta get that Zephyr. This ship is obviously way bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
Oh, they retconned this. So that's the landing craft that you see at the beginning of the mission that you fly to, and then this is the orbiter. Yeah, I know, right? Like, fuck off with that. So, anyways, here's your jukebox that you can just pick songs from, like. So you can just pick any of the songs.
Dancing Warframe.
Yeah.
So love Hatsune Miku.
Oh, but I have it on the Void song because I like this one.
Like when I think like customize your living space on a spaceship, I think Mass Effect.
You can get some
being sad.
Pretty being sad.
I'm being sad again.
You can do some pretty crazy customization. I don't really care about it that much, but you remember the Noggles? I think you had some of them, the bobbleheads.
Little Frost Boy.
Yeah, you can get like now there's a bunch of different things similar to that, and they've changed the. I think I can just show you instead of me trying to explain.
If I had the money, I would just buy like 1 billion Frost and set them up around my ship.
How do you do it again? I think
so that way anybody that sees it, like they know I'm the world's best Frost player.
Here, okay, so decorate the landing craft. So you like now go into like this first person mode that you can just fly around, and then like I don't have that many decorations, obviously.
Forge from Halo.
But,
that's all that is.
So you can, yeah, it pretty much is like Forge from Halo. So then you can just place shit around like this.
Fun games.
Yeah. So. And, there's other decorations. There's furniture and stuff like that, too, if you wanted to get into that. I don't care about this, so I don't have any of it, so. But.
Like placing that looked like it'd be a nightmare.
I think they have a few, like, you can turn on, like, snapping and stuff to make it easier to place stuff. But, yeah, I think it's still not a great experience, which is another reason why I don't bother with it, because I don't want to sit there fighting with fucking camera controls just to get something pixel perfect. So. And they have, with now the ability to pimp out your ship, you can now invite other players into your ship so they can see how much work you've put into it. But again, it's something I don't care about. So
I had other frames into my personal space. Hydroid's just gonna leak everywhere. Invite Valkyr.
Oh wait. Here, this is the moon. So you see, there's like this big Orican ring that's just like been fucking soldered to the fucking moon.
That cool. So is this the third mission?
This is still the first quest.
We're still on the first quest.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh jeez.
This is like the third mission, but this is the first quest. Oh, I just found another song. Where was that? I don't know
You
how.
just spawned on top of it.
I guess so. I like Helios.
That's dumb.
Also, yeah, here's the moon. So it's like used to be like the void, but it's all crumbly and stuff. I actually quite like this tile set. It's nice to look at. They have they have nice art direction. They just need to hire a real writer. Because God, their stories are so bad.
With all these microtransactions, you think they'd be able to afford it?
They're also definitely successful too, man. They're doing great.
So cool. I just wish that they could do so much more with it than what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, they have a big expansion coming out. You know, they did the Plains of Eidolon, which is their open world. I don't think it really added that much of a unique experience to the game, but they've talked about that it is basically just the tutorial for them on how to make open worlds. So they've been showing off their new open world, which I think is going to be released at the end of this year or maybe the beginning of next year, which is on Venus, and they're introducing hoverboards, which will have cosmetic customization that they said is just going to be unlocked through the game, so no microtransactions on that. And it's all
really
just
don't think like open world is a good selling point for this game. It doesn't feel like an open world game.
Yeah.
Not even as like a community space.
I don't know. I'm hoping that they have learned from the Plains of Eidolon that they might be able to implement it better. Like, it definitely felt like just the Plains of Eidolon, despite being a big space to explore, still just feels like a secondary activity to the game. It doesn't feel like a core part of the experience. And I'm hoping that they can remedy that.
Like this game, like it might go in the direction Destiny did. Good intentions, but not executed well. Just some more microtransactions per transaction.
Here's the...
It's fun to play. It has amazing art direction. But it just never, like, meets up to it.
So here's the new stalker. I don't think this is part of the quest. I think this just happened to be coincidental that the stalker tracked me down while I was in the middle of this quest.
Such a cool sword. Can you get that sword?
Yes, you can.
That's sweet. Scary.
I wish I did not have crap tier equipment. No, what? I have the static core. It's okay.
Basically Goku.
Basically Goku.
I think that's more of a Vegeta move, just to spam that. Remember when Stalker just looked like Excalibur?
Yeah. So they gave him a little bit of an overhaul with this quest. He is now a little bit more difficult of a fight, and he also looks a little bit different. They just gave him a cape and a bigger sword, really.
I mean, that's all you really need to be cool. if I had a cape and a big sword, who's gonna argue with me?
I'm having a lot of...
Like, summons?
Hmm? Oh.
He's got a familiar.
No, I think that's just part of the mission. He doesn't summon any enemies.
Oh, that's all. That'd be cool.
He also has another ability that he hasn't shown yet, but I think it's to prevent you from running away or cheesing him. After a while, if his attacks can't physically reach you, then he'll start teleporting you to him. But I've only seen that happen a couple of times where he got stuck in the wall, so he kept teleporting me into the wall. This game still has its fair share of bugs.
Try to teleport your boy. And now he's just dead. Do you get anything from killing him?
Okay, so maybe that was part of the quest because he didn't drop anything. So, because if it was his normal spawn, then he would have dropped, just like before, he'd drop the same weapons. Also, War, which is the sword. So now he still has Dread. What are the names? The original Stalker weapons. He still drops those plus War. So.
A pretty cool name for that sword.
Yeah. It's also.
I like that they actually made him like an enemy, like not a guy that just appears. Like he's an actual like. For what story this game has.
Yeah. He's just the guy who's just pissed off because you killed other bad guys. He just wants revenge!
Oh no! Little.
But there is one more step. Get to the pendulum. Hurry.
So the other big update that they have coming, I think I told you this through a text message, is right now they're working on a new melee system. So they're completely overhauling the way that melee works in this game. Because what happened was they introduced this mod called Maiming Strike. And it was... I don't know why they don't just want to, like, change the mod, but instead of changing the mod, they decided, let's just change the whole fucking melee system instead. Because this mod broke the melee system. I don't have the mod, so I can't really show you. But effectively, when you do this spinning slide attack, it has, like... The mod gives you, like, basically 100% chance to crit. So you'll basically now, the melee in the meta of the game is just doing this. I can't even do it, but just spinning around, just coptering on the floor a lot. Just doing this. So
The most powerful move in anybody's arsenal, being a helicopter.
So rather than like fucking patch the mod, they're just like, ah, fuck it, let's redo the whole fucking melee system. So they've been working.
That's the entire reason. They just didn't want you to be a helicopter.
I think that's one of the main reasons. I think they have more reasons than that. They feel like one of the things I cited is that no one uses the channeling damage, where you hold down the attack button and.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah, they said that no one uses that, so they wanted to replace channeling with something different. So they settled on, well, like light and heavy attacks instead. So.
Security eye.
I mean,
Watch out.
I think just basically matchy.
Basically what?
Watch them say basically it's just matchy. That's all it is. You just match that attack button.
Yeah. And that's
Them kind of change it up would be kind of interesting. The problem I have with that is that pretty much all the enemies do range damage.
yeah. So that's like, again, they had more reasons than just addressing Maiming Strike. I think that was one of the big reasons that motivated them to try to make the adjustment, but no one was using channeling. A lot of people didn't care about the combos because, like, when you're fighting hordes of enemies and you're trying to fight them quickly, most people just mash instead of actually caring about the tap tap hold tap tap kind of stuff. And anyways, with Maiming Strike,
Like
most
straight
people
combos.
yeah, and anyways, with Maiming Strike, what the it's behind me, okay. And with Maiming Strike, anyways, people totally ignored the combo so they could just helicopter on the floor, so...
Which is a superior technique. If I saw somebody helicoptering on the floor, I'd be scared. That guy.
That's it.
Better just be a helicopter.
Pendula.
So they wanted to change combos to be just a little bit more mash friendly, I guess. Change channeling since no one really uses channeling, and yeah, just kind of overhaul the melee system to make it more usable. Because as you said, also most enemies are ranged anyway, so I think they also just want to flat out increase the damage of it. So
That would help.
Yeah. I still, I
Maybe
mean,
Warframe moves fast, but you can take a lot of damage when you're closing in.
yeah. And the problem is like, one of the big problems with the game that a lot of people has is like, those level 100 missions, like, enemies start getting so strong that it kind of doesn't matter how much health your Warframe has, you're one shot anyways, so it kind of invalidates melee at that point. So I still don't know if this is really going to address that problem. Uh, but I don't know. We'll have to see whenever they finally put it into the game.
They want you to play like this game is. You're expected to play kind of risky, like you're supposed to be moving and jumping around. That's
Yeah.
the big advantage your Warframe has is mobility. And a lot of the enemies have hit scan weapons, and even then, there's a lot of like just ranged spam that's going to hit you out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So being one hit kill doesn't really work for this game.
Yeah.
You can just like take cover and hide. So the conflicting mechanics going on here.
Yeah. Ouch.
Fair how ridiculously fast your Warframe can move. Doom guy, how can you be this fast? It's kind of not fair.
I think that's probably why I've been enjoying Warframe, is because it's kind of like the only shooter outside of Doom that really kind of offers that speed with the shooting. I've wanted to play
It is
more.
fun.
I've wanted to play
And
more
that being-
Doom, but like, I was really disappointed that they didn't have like a true legit new game plus. There's just like replay missions, but when you replay the missions, it doesn't play all of the story sequences. So like if I wanted to,
I think the only story system they leave out is the very beginning tutorial level.
I don't know. I'll have to try again. I was also again, I don't know why, but I was having like, I've just had some pretty shit luck with PC games lately. I was having some, not performance problems, but again crashing. Like the game ran just fine on my system, but it would still crash regularly. But that was shortly after its launch. I haven't tried it since then, and it's had a lot of updates. So I've kind of thought about going back to it and seeing if how it is now with all the updates. I don't know.
And one thing, if you really like being super mobile, you should really try. If you're able to get it, you should really try out Titanfall 2 a while back, and it was.
Yeah, I wanted to get it, but and I can get it. It's on the PC, but it's through EA Origins.
Oh my god! I forgot. Oh
I
my
refuse
god!
to use Origins.
Oh.
I haven't touched my Origins account, and I don't even fucking know how long, because I hate it. It's such a bad experience. It's worse on PC than it is on fucking console.
Oh my god! I forgot. Thing. I forgot EA was a thing. Really, after I stopped playing Mass Effect, I think it was the last EA game I played.
But don't get me wrong, I really did want to pick up Titanfall 2. I heard so many good things about it.
Oh man, it's super fun. It was some of the most fun I've had playing a shooter in a long time. Like I think I played that game directly after I came off Call of Duty Ghosts, which I played it, and boy did I experience that game. So going from that to Titanfall 2, it was like the breath of freshest air ever. Really recommend playing Call of Duty Ghosts because it's just a god awful experience. It's like watching The Room or playing the Room game.
I don't know if I want to play Call of Duty Ghosts. Also, Activision is so bad about doing discounts. Even their like they rarely ever put their games on sale. And whenever they do, it's like 20% discount. Like even like old COD games from a long ass time ago, like the original Black Ops still sells for like $60. It's like fuck.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. And see, I check sales all the time, and the two biggest ones are Activision and Ubisoft. Sales that are available on the consoles, it's never the standard game. It's never the standard game. It's always like the gold or deluxe edition or whatever they decide to call it.
Yeah.
And it's always like $20 off. Right, so we're not putting the base game on sale, the one you want to buy. We're gonna put the big version on sale, but it's still gonna cost you $80.
Yeah.
And that's not that big of a discount. Like For Honor, the cheapest I think I've ever seen For Honor is like $20 For Honor.
I
But
think Ubisoft
probably
usually,
justify spending like $20 on it, but I don't want to, you know.
yeah. Ubisoft usually does pretty reasonable sales. Also, I've heard that since some of the patches, For Honor has actually gotten a lot better too. By the way, it just I wanted to throw
Yeah,
that out
that's
there
what I've
since you
heard
mentioned
too.
it.
But I don't know if I want to play it as competitively because that game is it has a real serious competitive audience.
Yeah. Now that it's
Like,
been patched.
yeah, now that's been patched. Play it because you know I want to be a guy with a sword. That's what I want to be. I want to be sword guy. Probably just by spending $20 on it, but I'll get competitive and I'll probably get my ass whooped in multiplayer. I can do it like. I'm glad you have better luck with Ubisoft sales than I do because a lot of the games I want to play have just like there's no way I'm gonna spend $80 after a sale, football like or not.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I think I bought the Witcher at full price like twice now, and I'm happy about that.
You know, I'm usually willing to buy games at full price. I don't mind if I'm that excited for it. Oh, here we go. Here's another cinematic. My God, this is the big twist. Oh my God,
This is a big Orkin cell.
it's a big Oracle cell. It is.
Just fall.
Keep watching. Oh my God, I forgot this. This is where the twist shows up.
Not of what you are, but of what you want to be.
A Warframe. This is leather.
You hesitate, Shadow, but remember your despair. This is your only chance to make it end.
Bought some armor pieces that doesn't match their
Your hatred
Warframe.
is too weak, Shadow. Mine is strong. My fragments will finish this.
There's a Kingdom Hearts cutscene.
Tenno,
Oh, it only gets worse from here. We don't know what this leather suit is.
vulnerable than ever. Get back to your ship now.
With a map on her back that tells you where land is. What the? Whoa, that thing is cool.
Your mind to unleash your true power.
thing I've seen in the past, like, hour. Seriously, the most Kingdom Hearts thing I ever seen. That was just Riku.
Oh, just you wait. Oh, just you wait.
You're rescuing Kairi from the darkness in her heart.
Yeah.
Fuck that game. Fuck this game.
How about that Kingdom Hearts 3, huh?
And I can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 3.
God, it looks so cheesy. I don't know if it's like, I don't know if it's just bad or, yeah, but like, was
We
it?
just got old.
Was that it, or did they get even cheesier?
I want to say it's always been that way. We just got older and we got out of our angsty anime phase. No. Who is this kid? That's a kid.
It is a kid. It is a kid. Oh my god. Someone watched too much Hunger Games. Oh my god.
It's just a kid in leather. That's all it is.
Also the arm.
Into the heart of your orbiter. There you will
I
find
don't.
the
Is the arm
Little
supposed to be
boy.
like that? I don't think the arm is supposed to be like that. Boy, I think it's kind of messed up.
I found a little boy
stalker.
covered in like BDSM leather and he brought him home.
Get past him. Get to the link. Focus, Tenno. Use your energy to breathe life into the somatic link. Focus, Tenno. Use your
Don't tell me what to do,
energy to breathe life into the
Lotus.
somatic link.
Am is like, no, get out of here. You don't want any part of this story.
Again, it needs more power.
Fuck off!
Go back out the door.
Tenno's death will end your despair.
Oh my god.
It's Riku.
Nah.
I mean, Korra.
Focus. Get past the stalker.
Thank you, Lotus. I know. You've told me 3 times now.
Nolan, get out of the plot. The game is literally pushing you out of the plot.
It's saying, no, you don't want this. No, you don't want this.
The stalker is trying to save you. I want no part of this, okay? Just get out.
Alright, so I'm gonna tell you something. So, you know, for the longest time, they've called you Operator?
Huh?
Okay, alright, just remember that.
Ortis?
As soon as I can get past this. Alright, here we go.
Oh no. Hey, little boy. Just sits down.
No self, no sense, no death. Just a metal puppet dangling on Tenno strings. Only the Tenno's death will end your despair. All your dread-long life, you've waited for this moment. But you're asking yourself, was I one of these wretched things? You know the answer. You still hate them. You still hate yourself. What is this?
so enthralled in what's happening here.
This is how I felt the first time I saw this too. I was kind of taken aback by this. I was so surprised.
Wasn't expecting any of this. I don't know who that is though. Boys just appear in front of me. Is that a boy? Wait. Hard thing I've ever seen.
Now we fight on two
Gender
fronts, my
neutral
child.
little boy.
The war without
And they did that for a
and
reason.
the war within. My child, so beautiful to behold. How do you feel?
Confused. I thought I was.
I know. Forgive me.
Thing.
This is who you really are, a Tenno. More than human, but once a child like any other. What do you remember?
What?
I remember
What?
everyone
Yep.
What?
Yep.
outside an airlock. This kid had a boy by the throat. I didn't think it was funny at all.
Memories. From your time aboard the Zeramin 10-0, before the void jump accident. It was years before the ship was recovered. It was drifting dead in space. All her crew gone, except the children.
Oh
I
my
didn't
God.
want to live anymore. I felt guilty that I was alive. But we could do things. Extraordinary things. Maybe there was a reason we survived.
You were so brave, but the Orokin were afraid of you. The void had changed you, and you couldn't control it. No one could. They were about to destroy the orphans of 10-0, but Margulis, she loved you. She found a way.
We couldn't help it. The outbursts. We hurt her. Blinded her. But even then,
Going
she
on?
never abandoned us. In the dream, we found peace. And she sang to us in that cold, dark.
What's going on with this
Orokin
disgusting
murdered
child?
Margulis, used her work to create transference. Your mind, projected
So
into a circuit
bad.
strong enough to withstand your power. It felt like waking up, but it was just a lucid second dream.
Maybe we felt it. Maybe it didn't matter. We had a life. We embraced it. I wanted to punish those who abused their power. And now I had a way.
And so you became Tenno, serving the Orokin, but bound by honor. As the Tenno grew, they founded great schools, the Tenno ways. Do you see yours?
I see a mountain breaking the sky, the way of Uneru. We pushed
So,
ourselves to
right here,
outlast the enemy,
before she said
stand
this,
all
there would have been a
oppression
screen to
without
select what school, so now you have focus schools too. But since I've already picked my school, it skipped that
Here in
screen.
the Orbiter, transference will be even stronger. Command the Warframes. Make whole this shattered world you've been given. Are you ready, Tenno?
Yes, Lotus, I am.
It also skipped something else too.
What?
So,
You're gonna have to explain some things to me, like everything.
So before she started talking, you'd actually get it. There's a reason why the gender is pretty androgynous, because you have character creation in this game now.
I can figure that out by looking at her.
Yeah.
And the character model is just disgusting.
You don't really have a lot of great choices. All the options look horrible.
Oh. This game looks disgusting if it's not a Warframe.
Yeah. The choices are just awful. Also, there's not really, because they're Canadian, of course. There's not really gender choices. There's a gender slider. So no matter what, you can just androgynize your character as much as you want. So.
What is that about?
So, yeah. See, you just have faces, and you can pick two.
So terrible.
you have two different faces that you can pick, and then a slider to blend between the two. There's no
Oh my
gender.
God.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a horrible monstrosity.
Yeah. So, so there are not people inside of these suits, inside the Warframes. This is the person controlling the Warframe, a little teenager.
Like, I knew there was never like somebody like a person in the suit, but I thought it was like far off from what I thought. I thought it was like somebody's like consciousness, or they got turned into it. I didn't think there was somebody controlling it like a robot.
Oh, there's a little teenager controlling every Warframe. And you don't have a choice on the age. They are all teenagers.
My friend was right. They are just a bunch of robots. Game with the robots, and I was like, no, they're not robots. But yeah, they were robots all along.
So, so the first quest, the second dream, was about recovering the operator, you, from the moon. And then the second one, it just gets worse from here. You haven't really gotten to experience the personality of the operator. It is fucking tolerable. I cannot stand whoever wrote the fucking operator. It is so obnoxious. I'm telling you, like, whoever fucking wrote this watched too much Hunger Games, too much of these like teen novels, you know, or read too many of these teen novels and too much Marvel too, where like your fucking operator is always trying to throw quips into everything, and it's so bad. It's so bad. So the War Within is the second one, where now you learn to control your quote unquote void powers as oh my god. Here we go.
I don't want no. Oh no.
I'm afraid, sister. Your continuity grows in here.
Hush, worm. Let the beasts do their work.
But the dreamers have awakened. They will come for us.
Yes, they will. Like the answer.
Guys.
So
This is bad.
yeah.
Your character looks anime as shit.
Tenno, are you alright? Your somatics out.
I'm turning into a Japanese anime.
I just...
They're Canadian.
It's nothing.
Good. Deploy the Warframe to Lua. My sentries have gone silent. We may have an intrusion.
On it.
Oh, and I don't like this a whole lot. I don't like this.
It gets a little bit Lara Croft in this one. I actually had recorded a lot of my playthrough of this, and I was gonna send it to you, but I don't know. The videos wound up being longer than 5 minutes, and since Line only limits it to 5 minutes, I'd have to edit it, and I didn't want to. So yeah, this you're gonna play. I think in this quest you play more as the operator than as your Warframe.
I'm just speechless.
Were we?
The little Lara Croft this isn't just torture porn.
Everything they could to erase their mistakes. Transit recordings.
This-
Everything was wiped out.
Yeah,
This is gonna be bad.
it's bad. It's bad.
I'm detecting
This is already bad.
further ahead. Find out who it is and what they're doing.
Something positive. Something positive. This area looks cool.
I think it's
Hmm.
It looks like every other Orkin.
Yeah, well, I'm
It's
back
cool.
I'm back on the moon again. So
Something positive. Your
What?
Actually, that cat looks kind of cool.
Yeah. I like
That's-
Cora's
that's-
design.
Leave now.
Just
This doesn't concern
Cora's kind of useless as a Warframe.
She got a fat old ass and a
She got a
big old
fat ol'
cat.
ass. Apparently she was supposed to be more of a arachnid themed than cat themed, so that's why you're supposed to be a carapace. Carapace, is that the right word? No, that's not the right word.
Abdomen?
Abdomen, thank you.
Fat old ass is just a fat old abdomen. I thought that guy looked kind of cool
What was that?
with his dumb.
Queens.
Queens? The Grenier Queens? Tell me what?
I am warning you. You think you're safe behind this metal, but you're not. Not in the ways that matter here. Behind this, you're still just a child.
Stop saying that.
Follow me again, Tenno, and you will answer to my sword.
I thought the queens were just an invention of Grenier Command. I've never seen them in the flesh.
I have a feeling Teshin has. Can you track him?
Not with Spectres asking him.
So do you actually play as the operator at some point?
Yes.
Maybe Teshin alone should.
And,
No.
Does she work identically to your frame, or does she have her own moveset?
no, she has her own moveset. And actually, after completing this quest, you unlock the ability to use the operator at any time. So,
really, she's just another Warframe.
kind of, with a lot less health, and actually all of her abilities are more like utility. They don't really have a lot of damage output, so... there's she has a blink skill, she has a stealth skill, what else? I don't remember. I don't ever use my operator. The operator is used heavily in the super meta part of the game because your Warframe and your operator's health are independent, so if you can master switching out between operator and Warframe to navigate between large crowds, it's really effective to mitigate damage. But yeah,
In concept. If they went a little bit deeper into that, that'd be kind of cool. The operator, I wish it was another frame.
Yeah.
Oh, now you could now they have an excuse for you to be able to control 2 different frames in a mission.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot they can do with this, but so far it's been executed pretty poorly.
Yeah, so I told you, there's the Lotus at the end of the last quest talks about the Tenno schools, and then there's a moment where you get to pick your school. So they have this focus system now where focus itself doesn't really mean much to your Warframe. Each school has one passive ability for your Warframe, and that's it. The rest of the school, it's a whole skill tree, and the rest of the school is abilities for your operator, and I've never cared about focus at all. I've cared about focus for the passive, and that's really it. The passive that there are 5 different schools, and you have passives for more damage, more shields, more health, typical stuff like that. The one that I have is energy orbs restore more energy over time, so
Okay, that's useful.
yeah.
Like passive effects like that.
Let's see, I can show you the focus schools here.
This game has so many cool things that it can work with, but
So yeah, these are the focus schools, and so it's just a skill tree, and you get focus points that you can use to unlock these. So But I don't care about all of these here are just about the operator. It's just this middle one that is passive for Warframes. So
Useless skill trees, really.
yeah. And
Spin your mouse around a whole bunch.
why?
Face. Go back to the operator. Yeah. Okay. You can... I'm done. And she just sits there all day.
Hmm.
All day.
Wait, what?
The operator.
What about the operator?
Here all day being gross.
Yeah, there's not really many options. It's like this common thing Warframe does. They've always been doing this where like they add new content and they don't ever like really pay much attention after they add it. So like the different customization options, like I wouldn't mind paying money to make my operator not look gross, but they haven't added any new hairstyles or anything to the game. There's some that you can purchase with Plat, but all of them still look bad. And they haven't really added any new ones since they released the operator.
Something I would ever want to spend actual money on. It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
I like the idea of switching out Warframes. I think that could be super cool. But only do it with her, that's kind of like a wasted potential. This game has a lot of wasted potential.
I don't understand why they felt the need to add the operator. I don't know. Like, of all the story missions that they wanted to... Of all the stories they wanted to tell... Like, why this one?
Because...
I mean, actually...
A lot of potential to have, like, a really good story and a whole bunch of lore behind it. That's not what I wanted.
Yeah, like... I mean... Honestly, like I was saying, like, this game didn't need to try to have a deep story, you know?
So what does that mean? Like, you know, the social spaces where there's like 100 in that one area, 100 frames? What does that mean?
Hmm?
Social spaces where you have like 100 frames in the area?
Yeah, what about
what does that mean? Does the operator control all those?
That was their... So, at the beginning of this, they don't pretend like you're the last operator. They at the beginning of this quest, they kind of almost acknowledge this. The evil ladies that were talking said the dreamers have awoken, and the dreamers are referencing the operators. So they're talking about like all the operators are awake now. So.
Okay. So if it's a multiplayer game.
Yeah. So they don't try to pretend like you're the only one there.
Still don't like it though.
Yeah. Replaying through the second dream, I don't think it's as bad as The War Within, the one that I'm playing now. First of all, these quests here are fucking boring. These are the worst. These are just awful quests. I'm literally just... It's basically like the old capture game type where I just go in, find the target, knock them down, and then leave.
Yeah.
But deep scans show the presence of a security matrix. Someone is trying to hide something. I need you to find out what.
This is not the direction I ever thought Warframe would ever go. Honestly, I didn't think it'd go anywhere. I thought it was just gonna be this massive multiplayer game.
Yeah. So... Anyways, yeah, this one is where the writing gets really bad because, like I said, your operator is just the most intolerable fucking character I have ever experienced. Like, it's not even like cheesy bad. Like, at least we can laugh at you know, the fact that you're this fucking kid who's controlling the Warframes. I can laugh with that, but oh my god, like once your operator starts talking, there's nothing I'm thinking about more than just shut up, please.
Oh, is that like a constant now in every mission, or is it just like these story missions?
She becomes a constant after you unlock her. She'll say things like, "My Warframe is strong," or "Yeah, good." It's so dumb.
So
But
she becomes like the new Ortis.
yeah, thank God though you can turn her off, which I have. But during this quest, it doesn't matter if you've turned her off. She's gonna be talking the whole fucking time throughout this quest. Also, I'd like to mention, here they are trying to introduce Arcwing again.
I noticed, and it looks super boring.
They still haven't seen you.
This isn't gameplay.
Yep, this is the gameplay. But I am glad actually during this section, there is no combat. It's just this. It's to introduce the new map, the Kuva Fortress, which is like it's a moving planet. So not a planet.
And
it's a meteor.
You called it a moving planet.
Wait, what?
You called a meteor a moving planet.
Shut up. You know what? Technically, all planets move anyways. Fuck you.
Yeah, I was about to say, like...
I don't know. Shut up. I told you. I'm still playing games and talking.
You're traumatized by the operator.
Yeah, I am. That's what it is. It's just
Don't talk good.
so horrible. It's so ugly.
I felt pretty bad after I played Kingdom Hearts 2.
Did you get the Kingdom Hearts, what, 2.8, 0.5, 0.6 fucking
Dude,
final...
You joke, but that's probably the real game.
The final, no, really, this is truly the final mix, or whatever it's called.
Being for real this time. They made like 14 different ones of those, and then they had like an animated movie series, I think, that explained backstory. I don't know.
They're coming for you. Don't let them abort the shutdown.
Fuck that whole series. Fuck everything about it. Any game, why'd you make it so convoluted?
I mean, it's just Disney. It's Disney and Final Fantasy. Why does it need to be serious? It's just
Why you make it
you know what? Kingdom Hearts was the original Warframe. I understand why you're making that metaphor now. I get it. Kingdom Hearts was the original Warframe. Because they took a silly concept and they tried to make it serious.
And they failed miserably. The only thing is that I'm gonna say Kingdom Hearts is super anime, but I don't know, this is getting pretty anime.
Yeah. I don't know, this one, like, Tenshin, the guy that we're chasing after, the guy with the katana, he's pretty anime, but I don't know, the rest of this feels pretty Marvel Hollywood film-like. I don't know.
Wouldn't even go that far, that's too high quality. I enjoy watching Marvel movies. I'm not enjoying watching this game's story. Also, that guy has a giant ass shotgun. I saw that. It made a big old light show.
Yeah.
Did you see the new shotgun in Doom Eternal?
You fucking bet your ass I did. I watched the shit out of that fucking gameplay. The like 20 minutes of it. Hell yeah.
When I saw those 20 minutes, I beat my meat so fucking hard I'm gonna need a spin graph. I can't wait for that game.
I'm also feeling pretty good that they're confident enough to show 20 minutes of unedited gameplay.
Are you seeing this?
Released, I need to know. They haven't given a release date yet.
Yeah.
It's set to come out pretty soon. They got that. They finally make the new Red Dead, which looks pretty good. The new Metro game is coming out, and I love those games.
Yep. New Metro looks pretty good too.
Looks really good. The new Assassin's Creed game actually looks like the Assassin's Creed game from Assassin's Creed 3. So that's saying something. 5 other ones on my list that I'm excited for. And apparently the new Halo is going open world. That's the rumor.
If the base moves again, we'll lose this opportunity.
Yeah, I don't know. But a lot of these games, like, I know Metro's not coming out until early 2019.
February or something.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited about Rage 2 as well, but I don't think it's coming out until 2019 as well. And I don't know, like, they did have a lot of gameplay for Doom, but since they still haven't given us a date, I bet it's still not going to be until 2019 as well, so...
I don't know. I hope it comes out like fall of 2019 at the latest because I really want to play that.
There are a lot of
Soft
games that are...
Sekiro, I think it's called.
Wait, what?
The new FromSoft game.
Oh, yeah. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice?
I think that's it. That one I'm looking forward to, but I'm a big FromSoft fan.
I'm kind of interested about that too. I don't know. FromSoft games always interest me, but I never get into them. Like, I have a lot of respect for Dark Souls, and I've tried all 3 games.
It's completely understandable. I mean, they're hard to get into.
But it's not like I don't like them. It's just I don't know. I give them a try. I give them the old college try, but it's just like, man, I don't know.
They're not for everybody. They're just not.
But still, sticking with the tradition here, I'll probably give Sekiro Shadows Die Twice a try. It looks fun. It does. I don't know. We'll see.
But oh my God, Neo! That was.
I have Neo.
I think I played it like when it came out, and I got so far, and then I was like, I can't do this.
I have Neo. I bought it during the summer sale, but I got distracted with Warframe. So,
of course you did. Of course you did.
Well, actually, no. I started with Star Ocean first because I bought that during the summer sale as well. But then I got then Warframe, and so all the games that I bought during the summer sale, I really haven't played except for a little bit of Star Ocean.
Entertain yourself for like 1 more minute.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
That was gonna reach.
Alright, sorry, I'm a big adult man with responsibilities.
What's your responsibilities? Going to the toilet?
My headset fell off.
You had the what?
My headset fell off. I panicked. Fell off. Doing it.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I'm completely lost in the story. What was happening?
Right now they're the Grenier Queens, and we're going to go stop them because they're bad. Which is all the story needs to be. That's literally all it needs to be. It shouldn't be anything else.
Yeah, I think I heard them talk about the Grenier Queens one time.
Yeah, actually, I will say this: this story is expanding on lore that was already in the game. The Grenier Queens have been mentioned, at least back when I played. So,
I think when I played on the Xbox One, they mentioned it for like half a second in the first mission, and then I never heard about it again.
Yeah, and that's how it was for a long time. This mission, this quest, when did it come out? I think it was in. Actually, I think it was after the Plains of Eidolon. So sometime. No, because people were waiting for the sacrifice for a long time.
It had to have been this year, right?
No, actually, I think it was last year. Because people were waiting, because like this was supposed to be the second dream, which is the first quest, the War Within, which is this quest, and the last story quest, the Sacrifice, was supposed to be a big trilogy, and everyone was pretty upset because they kept delaying the Sacrifice, and every time they delayed it, they were also delaying other content updates for the game. So like content stagnated really fucking hard for this game for a while. So while they're waiting for the Sacrifice. So yeah,
this game has gotten like so far into the back of my mind that I've completely lost track and forgotten about everything.
Well, there wasn't a lot to keep up with.
Like, remember, I think I actually stopped playing shortly after they introduced Chroma, and I tried to get back into it around the time Atlas came in, and I just couldn't.
Yeah.
This was like back when you and I lived together.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
Yep.
so glad to see the story.
So I think I'm gonna have a boss fight here, and then because this can't just be a simple good versus evil kind of story, then we're gonna go into this, like, I don't know, this weird like Tomb Raider section.
What?
Yeah. You'll see. Is
Does this guy know he has a cereal bowl on his head? No. I like to think he does.
I don't think he's aware of it.
I think he thinks it looks cool. He's like, yeah, catch rainwater.
So it's Jabba the Hutt, but a girl.
With a slut. Oh, got him.
And this is your offering? My sister needs the orphan child, not its infested.
I think it's terrifying.
The child? For what purpose?
Oh my god.
To eat it, of course.
Hushworm. Do not question your lord's Teshin Dax. Bring me.
Every single character design is just so cool.
Bring me my.
Yeah. I mean, they got good art direction. I'm not saying that. It's just the writing.
Oh, it's not their fault, worm. Mummy and Daddy would.
Well, like character design. Even the operator looks kind of cool if you ignore the character creation phase. Forced character creation with nasty sets. There's nothing good's gonna come out of it. And they look kind of cool.
What is this?
Cool armor set with a cool collar. I like that.
That's actually Operator Prime. I got that for buying Zephyr Prime Access.
Looks cool. But you can just tell that face is character creation, and this game doesn't. Character creation.
Okay, so maybe the boss fight is after the. I thought there was a boss fight before going into this Tomb Raider section, but nope. I think we're gonna go right into it.
I can't.
We gave you your precious gifts. And now, just as easily, we take them all away.
Oh, that looks bad. That looks like there should be a QTE on screen. one of those big Xbox button QTEs.
Oh yeah.
How'd you end up way over there, though? Big dumb chain going all over the body.
More like ship sailbot. When the operator needed you most,
Ortis,
you...
enough.
Operator? My stars! Don't do that to me. I am sorry. I do not know what happened. Please, command me to self-destruct. Let me start it for you. Commencing self-destruct in 5, 4, 3,
Stop.
2...
Ugh. What's with the music?
Isn't it great? I can lead you through some breathing exercises.
Just turn it off. Get the transference power back on, okay? I lost my Warframe.
I've been trying. You may need to do your, Tenno thing again. Re-energize it. You know, with your void stuff.
Ugh. The dialogue is so bad.
I can't. It's gone.
That camera is way too close.
Hmm?
How will you command
Way too close. Unflattering angle.
Purge? Purge what? Boris, what the hell?
You no longer possess transference. You no longer command the Warframes. You no longer are the operator. You must be purged from this vessel.
Like, so enthralled into what's happening, I couldn't care less. Weird emotion for me.
I want to, but I can't. I'm getting booted out of...
No!
I'm getting booted out of the ship because I don't have a Warframe anymore. That's what's happening right now.
Super gross. The ship doesn't want you. Stop.
Oh yeah, here... I think here's where... Yep, here we go. Tomb Raider.
This is very Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider.
You know how there's that popular thing in a lot of AAA titles where you do a lot of walking and talking and not much gameplay?
Yeah.
Yeah, Warframe likes that. Warframe wanted to do that too.
Oh, sweet. Like the AAA games.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, right?
Yep. So you see this mountain?
See that mountain?
I want you to... I'm gonna move my keyboard close to Mike. Do you hear this?
I hear that gameplay. That's gameplay.
That's me pushing the shift key to fucking run. And do you see how nothing is fucking happening?
Gameplay.
Woo boy! Whoever thought this was fun needs to get fired.
I think that's a pose Lara Croft takes when she's climbing the mountain.
Yeah, I think so. And there's gonna be like puzzle rooms and stuff coming up too.
That's stupid.
Yep. So most of this...
That is stupid.
So yeah, most of the rest of this quest is going to be playing as the operator and learning how to like use the operator skills. It's basically a tutorial, which I didn't think DE knew how to do tutorials since they refused to make a tutorial for the new player experience. But
My disappointment is immense, and my day is ruined because of this game I don't even care about.
It's Yeah, yeah, it's something, man. I was
Games can have these sequences. That's fine, but this isn't like a tutorial thing. This is for players that have played this game a lot.
yeah.
And to have the game just come to a halt like this, insulting.
Yeah.
This is like the first mission of any action, like Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
That's Cradle with my microphone wire. Thing than this right now.
I want you to know I am just fucking hammering on the shift key now because I'm out of patience, damn it. Please start running, please.
You got to mash. You got to mash way harder. That thing is gross.
They gave up.
You betrayed me. You infested piece of...
Ha, loser. Stupid nerd.
Do it.
Block roll through you.
As I thought. The hard way then.
What do you look like normally? Is it just that black suit?
Yeah, just that black suit the leather suit that you see at the beginning.
Is immensely boring.
Yeah. There are some other suits that you can lock too. But, you know, since I pretty much paid for fucking Operator Prime here, I just decided to go ahead and equip it anyways.
At least it looks cool.
Yeah, I thought it looked alright.
I like the armor with the collar. I like that one shoulder pauldron. I like that. That looks cool. I don't like the chain though. The Orkin version of the chain wallet. Very douchey.
It doesn't connect to the belt, it connects to your back.
It's basically the world's lamest Sayadana.
She did not cure the Zariman children. She erased them. My only hope is that truth.
So, okay, at this point, I remember this too when I was playing through it. I don't know if because I think they tried tying some of the other quests, the non-primary story quests, into this quest, which I think is really stupid, and I really hope that's not the case. Although, if they did do that, at least to explain some of these things, during this next part, there's going to be a lot of walking and talking, and they're going to throw just a bunch of fucking names at you that, like, I have no fucking clue what on earth they are talking about. I think it's kind of a good summary of this game, too. It's like, we're not going to explain what these are.
Man, I love playing Metal Gear.
The Ayaton sculptures are perpetually in motion. Monuments of Oregon continuity. Immortality. But this one is halted.
Or where it's like, look, I'm about to talk about a lot of shit, so you may as well skip this part. Cool, though.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Like, this whole game is like, oh my god, that's so stupid, but look at this cool thing.
And then look at this ugly thing. Oh,
yeah, look at that ugly thing fall.
You remember that time when Lara Croft fell down and got impaled on a spike?
Every time.
Would you look at her leg?
Oh, it's rebar. It's like the one piece of rebar left in the universe. God, that's so dumb.
Like, I think it was at the beginning of the 2013 Tomb Raider game. Like, right at the beginning, you're like tied up. You're like tied up, and then yeah, you fall down and get impaled by the single piece of rebar. Well, we got impaled by the single piece of bone that whatever.
Really got to me about that. That was the only piece of rebar on that entire island, and it went through her abdomen, and she just pulled it out like it was no problem.
Kind of like that. Kind of like that.
She's so mad she throws it.
Alright, so you see this thing.
Is that a dumb thing?
If I walk on the bones, that happens.
I was expecting like an organic creature. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it's like an Orkin fucking worm or something. So
It's cool.
here's the puzzle. So you have to spend as little time as possible on there going to the rocks. So I don't remember. I think I have. Yeah, I have kind of a sprint now. I have a fast hobble.
You can hobble quickly.
Quickened hobble.
That creature is cool. I like that. Low. Hobble rapidly. Hobble with haste. It's a hobble way gooder.
I'm doing my best.
I like that Orkin is kind of like a species.
Yeah. This part.
Oh, do they even address that, like the Orkin, like it's not just like old Warframes or whatever they were, it's like
they're basically fucking monks is what they are. I don't know, they kind of tried to address it in the last quest, but they mostly addressed it just through the, like, I don't know what you would call it, just like the radio banter. It wasn't like through the cutscenes or anything like that, and I'm sorry, I'm too busy paying attention to the game to listen to what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't blame you.
Oh, hobble fast!
Hobble with haste. Noise. When I think Warframe, this is not the kind of gameplay I think of.
Yeah, no, not at all. This is... Nah, fuck!
But that thing looks so cool, though.
All the way back. So stupid.
Fast, too.
Yeah. This is what happened last time. I think last time I got really fucking impatient with this. I wound up dying a lot because... this is, yeah, not Warframe gameplay.
Forever. There's so much waiting.
I don't want to. I want to go. I don't know where to go from here, though. It looks like I just need to go straight across. This isn't where I died last time. It was at that rock.
You got over there. Don't look that good.
Okay. Alright.
Hobble?
I can't even remember her face.
More of that? Is there any more, like, Orkin creatures?
Alright, so here's the first ability, which I think is just... Is it just like a punch?
What was that? Void Burst?
I think that's what it was.
Like a force push?
Yeah, kind of. Oh, we'll use it up here.
I thought the Grineer were humans.
They are. They're like cloned humans.
So they've just been cloned so much, they're just kind of shitty.
Yeah, they're just disgusting. How do I... What was it? E? I think it's just E. Oh, it says right there on the fucking screen. God, I'm retarded.
And so you got a force push, and you got a hobble.
Yep.
That frame's great. That's a good frame.
Paranoia gripped your father's mind. What wasn't he said as he stared out into the starless black?
So I have my game muted. Is it like a gender-neutral voice?
No, you have voice choices that you can pick. I guess they... Even though they wanted to try to make this 2018 where they're so progressive, I guess they couldn't find anyone with an androgynous enough voice. So you just have like 4 choices to pick from, 2 male, 2 female,
Oh, okay.
and all of
So
them
you-
are pretty bad, to be honest.
The most masculine looking operator ever with a girl voice.
Yeah, you could do that. If you wanted to.
Ship went insane.
Also, I like how you're recovering abilities. Like they're just you have abilities just laying on the ground.
Yep, yep, that's what it is. So you have like this blink. So this is what I was talking about. Like in the meta of the game, when you get to the higher levels, a lot of people use the operator. Like they'll hop out of the operator, use the blink, the jump gaps of enemies, and then like your Warframe will teleport to wherever you are as the operator. So then you can just switch back to the Warframe after you blink somewhere. But I don't really use that. I don't really use that.
This one would work way cooler if it was like 2 separate frames. Has that ability. They can like teleport to any enemy across the map. And it's way cooler than this.
Incredible. And I was kicking myself for not bringing a rope.
See this? Did you read that fucking quip? Did you hear that? It's so bad. And she's gonna start pulling more of these just really bad lines. Like you just got impaled, you lost your Warframe, your ship kicked you out, and you're just sitting here just making little quips. Like fuck off with this shit.
It's fun though, right? You're having fun.
No.
That thing looks so cool. I love it. It's so dumb.
I smell smoke.
The other thing is too like here she in these cutscenes she's like so fucking cocky and stuff, but then like her normal banter whenever you have the operator voice turned on and you're in a mission, she sounds so like I don't know, like whimsical, I guess, you know, kind of calm and collected and gathered monk-like. But then here she's like this. They can't even be consistent with the character. Here she's cocky and just outright obnoxious, to be honest.
Sounds like really typical. Yes.
Yeah.
They tore her apart.
Name is garbage.
But now here's the stealth ability.
Stealth ability.
Um,
Giving her resolve. Now, you must master the fold. Walk upon its edge.
Whole thing is don't get eaten by the worm.
yeah. I don't think this is where I'm supposed to go to, but that's okay.
Another Teshin metaphor, right?
But it works. It ain't stupid. When you told me about the Laura Croft stuff, I was at least like expecting something a little bit more interesting. That monster is cool, but that's about it.
Yeah, no, it doesn't get that interesting. It's just like I don't know. It feels kind of Tomb Raider-ish, but maybe that's just me.
I'm not even playing Warframe right now. If it didn't have the health bar up the top, I would have had no idea this was Warframe.
Yeah. I guess that's kind of exactly it. Is that it's not really Warframe. I don't get. Like I said, I guess it's trying to be like a tutorial. It's introducing you to all these operator skills, but that's
Not for like a whole minute there.
I don't know.
I can hear them.
I don't know. I don't have much to say. I just feel. What do I feel? I don't know. It's stupid.
I know I'm not having fun.
It's like
Video
they
game you expect to have fun.
also there's morality choices, but they've never put this into anything. I think last time I always just went with the evil choices because I don't know. I don't care because I didn't care. That's why I just didn't care.
Why?
I
What are they gonna do with that?
I don't know. That well, I mean, I guess I haven't played the sacrifice yet, the next part. So maybe there's a purpose for it there.
But I doubt the game's gonna change in any way.
So yeah. By the way, you get to control these guys.
Okay, that's cool.
Control them
Happening.
like a Warframe?
Except
Oh no, it's lame.
I'm gonna disappoint you. As far as I'm aware, you never use this again. See, I think.
Oh. Oh, now it's lame.
Oh, that would make sense. Yeah, the crouch key is the key that you use to go underground. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But yeah, that's it. You never do that again.
Oh. It was cool while it lasted.
You don't even like use that on the boss, like, you know, like a good game design, you know, they introduce the concept in like a safe environment for the youth to then use it in, like, use what you've learned. But no, not even the boss fight at the end of this, you use that. Like, that's it, that you're done. Again, maybe they might reintroduce this stuff when in the next quest. I haven't played it yet, so I don't know. But at least in this quest, that was it.
I just checked out. I can really like say about this. That you're kind of experiencing, something you're going through. Being stuck at a red light, you're not happy you're there, you're just gonna have to deal with it.
I'm sorry I've had to put you through this. Now, if we look down, you'll see that they have these pretty nice snow effects.
Nice. Don't pretend.
That's what we came here for. Snow effects.
There's occasionally a nice visual, and that's about it. I mean, a lot of the ending of Borderlands 1.
Yeah. I was replaying through Borderlands 1 not too long ago. That's another game that I should continue to play through. I was having some fun with it.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
She doesn't want me dead.
They're good games, and you wanted to play this.
I'm sorry. You know, that was one thing I was disappointed about at E3 is we didn't hear anything about Borderlands 3. Kind of hoping that we would hear something about Borderlands 3.
One of my favorite YouTubers, Filmjoy, he was actually one of the writers on Borderlands 1 and 2 in Texas.
There was writing for Borderlands 1?
Who was writing for Borderlands 1?
Really?
There was. So he was actually on the development team for that, but he has since quit, and now he makes movie reviews on YouTube. And he's probably one of the best YouTube channels on ever of all time. I love him. Everything.
Writing was pretty good in number 2.
Isn't number 1.
What? There's... No, I refuse to believe you. There was no writing in number 1. I've been replaying it. No one says anything. They just stare at you.
There's words. There's words. There's no dialogue. There's some story in there. And here.
No, I guess there is some dialogue, but...
I don't think he did the third one, though.
The pre-sequel?
But you can kind of tell, like, with his personality, it kind of makes sense that they did the, that he did Borderlands. It's like, it was a team of, like, really fun and interesting people. So, when I think of this, I think team of, like, just boring-ass, god-awful people that weren't interested at all.
Operator, is that Is that you?
So it
Even
was
know what
all.
happened. I was staring directly at it, and I don't even know what happened.
My stars.
So it was all a dream, basically, is what it was.
Okay, so none of it mattered.
I'm fine.
Well, yeah,
They just
mostly.
wasted. They just
Just don't
wasted our.
play any
They just wasted
music.
our like all
I
that
need to
time.
think.
Music.
Yeah, basically none of it mattered.
Making sense. The transference.
I guess you still have your operator abilities, and that's really it.
This is odd. The circuits are.
So, but anyways, yeah.
I'm detecting
Uh,
transference energy. Coming from.
yeah, I think pre-sequel for Borderlands was an entirely different studio, really. So I wouldn't think your YouTuber friend, guy, person, had anything to do with the writing on that one.
Makes sense.
But what about the Telltale one?
No idea. I don't even know if that was. I mean, it obviously wasn't done by Gearbox, but I know he wasn't involved with it. Movie reviews for the past few years. I don't think he's worked with them in a while.
Yeah.
Which I highly recommend checking out that channel. It is hilarious. He's a funny guy.
No. But
I can
it
check
was
it
my
out. You'd have
Warframe.
to send me the link to it.
Teshin.
But yeah, I'll check it out.
What if the queens know that he helped me escape? I have to.
I'll listen to a Borderlands writer. I don't know. Borderlands humor is sometimes pretty hit or miss though too, because there's mostly just like meme humor and referential humor. And
Yeah.
sometimes those just don't land.
I don't need it.
Say he's like that. He's really insightful with his movie reviews. That's why I like him. But
Operator, where?
throw in the occasional like casual joke, and I find it funny. It's really good for a chuckle. Enjoy it if you're not really interested in movies. But I think he has a whole lot to the table.
You know, I don't watch a lot of movies, but I still watch movie reviewers. You know, like I watch YMS, and of course I watch I Hate Everything's. You know, Search for the Worst.
Oh yeah, I love those.
And
That's kind
occasionally,
of good.
occasionally Ralph the Movie Maker too. But sometimes his humor.
I like him too.
I like his reviews, but like his skits are just awful.
They're terrible.
He had like
Oh, they're horrendous.
he had that like Zack
Emo.
Snyder skit, and oh my god, I can't tolerate watching that review because he keeps doing the Zack Snyder skit that is not funny. It wasn't funny to begin with, and he drags it out so long.
It's who else does that? Oh, Angry Joe.
I came back.
Yeah, I
I think
think
his entire videos are god awful. Not the good Angry Joe, the bad Angry Joe.
yeah,
Joe's god awful, but his skits are just like, I want to die.
yeah, I never subscribed to Angry Joe because first of all, it always annoyed me. Even when he was a big YouTuber, he always had shitty microphone quality. I hope by now he's fixed that. And also, yeah, his skits basically just made me not interested.
I think I've seen like a total of 3 of his reviews, and I'm like, well, if they're all gonna be like this is gonna be terrible. This is like the most unfunny thing in the world. The fact that he gets millions of views on all of his third. So, film's always a little bit different. It doesn't just review the movie. Attempt to be comical, although he'll throw in some more joke. He'll like really like dive deep into the meaning of the movie and stuff like that. Seen a whole lot, especially edited as well as he does it. So it's like I think I like watched all of his videos in like not one sitting, but in a row. It was great. It was good to get that fresh take and that like refreshing professional editing.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, it was great. Just have like jokes and everything that occasionally throw in, and it's super casual, and it's kind of awkward feeling, but in a good way. Love it. That's probably become my favorite YouTube channel like of all time. And now that I'm watching this, I was like, I would love to see him do a review on Warframe Story.
There's a lot of
Just how terrible it is.
I'm pretty much in the minority, unfortunately, in the community who does not like their writing. All the fucking fans are like love their fucking their fucking story quests.
For real.
And
Bad.
I don't get it. I don't understand.
Happening like the past like 45 minutes. Gone.
There was
I'm just lost.
There was another quest, the quest for Octavia, the music Warframe. The story is not that interesting, but that's okay. The fucking level design, man, it's so cool. That was actually like that was the first quest that I played, like coming back to Warframe after such a long time. And man, when I saw that, I was so impressed that I was like, I gotta do all these other quests.
It's good.
Yeah, like, okay, so here's the deal. So you're playing a music Warframe, right? And so you're trying to get this, like, Orican instrument. But I don't know, like, there's a evil Cephalon inside of it.
Uh-huh.
And so you have to go inside the Orican weapon and destroy the Cephalon. But to do this, it's like a fucking MIDI grid for like all the instruments.
You have to be Guitar Hero on hard.
No, not quite like that. It's kind of like that. You have to jump on specific platforms to like activate the instrument. I don't know. It's I don't know. It's just like this. It's this giant arena where there's like this. I'll have to just show you. I'm not gonna do the quest, but I can kind of demonstrate what I'm talking about. It's kind of hard to explain, so. But I don't know. It was. I thought it was an interesting idea. It's kind of. It reminded me of the inside the news graphic for DMC. It's just like such a strange place for a level that it's so creative that's the interesting part.
Mixing it up. Like, I'd have to see it, but at least they're mixing it up. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know what? After this mission, show me what you can, and after that, we'll wrap up.
Yeah, this is the end of the quest here. Just fight this boss, and I think that's the end. Need to be operator.
This is very, very video gamey. You just kill a few ads and
yep, and
get the
then
boss at the center room.
hit the weak points. Yep.
I don't mean to be so negative, but
No, it's okay. I told you I wasn't really impressed with their big story quests either. To me, my fun in this game is just the gameplay itself. It's never been really about the quests, to be honest.
well, that's what the game has going for it. Everything else they have, like, it looks super cool, a potential, but they just never do anything with it. They're playing it so safe and inoffensive.
Well, like this here seemed like misplaced effort. Like, you know, like I was telling you, I can't imagine the sacrifice is much better. But they spent so much time trying to develop the sacrifice that time could have been spent on, you know, other aspects of the game.
Right. Like, pretty much everything besides the visuals.
Yeah, like, I mean, you know, they could have spent that time fixing the new player experience, working on Melee 3.0, adjusting the now forgotten Damage 3.0. You know, like, gameplay enhancements. They could have spent that development time working on those. Or new Warframes. You know? But instead, they wasted their effort on this fucking story that, unfortunately, like I said, I'm in the minority here, you know?
And, you know, it doesn't, like, necessarily need a good story. It's just executed so poorly. It's trying to be something it's not. Like,
Yeah.
This is not what Warframe is. Like exceptionally good writing and exceptionally good story. Like, remember what this game is. It's a fast-paced action, quote-unquote, ninja shooter game.
And since its inception had no interest in story. So, they just started shoehorning this story in, you know, like, I don't know, like, pretty much 2 years ago, after the year had already been in development for, what, like 2 years?
Do it. Let the hate flow through you.
Yes. Brutal.
Evil. Cool. Also, I really didn't see what happened.
Get to your ship.
Tension
And he
just
fell back down.
fucking samurai manned her and her head off.
Didn't even see it. I mean, that's probably my fault because I missed it, but
Wait, what?
that was probably my fault. I just completely missed it, even though I was looking directly at it, but it just kind of looked like he jumped up for a second.
Oh, he had his sword
fell
out.
back down.
He had his samurai sword out. Because he's a samurai man.
It's boring. Also, I thought he was a bad guy.
He was. It's just the typical fucking writing trope of realizing the error of his ways and coming back to the good side and so forth, whatever.
Stupid.
Well, he
Not
was
listening to the dialogue. Oh shit! That guy fucking stopped you.
Just fucking whacked me in the face with his shield. Fuck that guy. But
More than me you've ever fought.
But yeah, like, Tension was, I guess, supposed to be a good guy. Like, this is what I was talking about. Like, this quest, they kind of just put a lot of names and stuff and pretend like you should know them. So I don't know if that's because maybe it was in another quest that either I don't remember or I haven't played yet. Or if they really just expect you to just get this without much explanation. I don't know which, but
Really
either way,
bad.
I never
Both
known.
is really bad because why would you have a story out of order because that's stupid? Just expect you to know things that's stupid too.
Like, on the one
That's
hand,
not how you tell a story.
on the one hand, I can respect them that they're not just going to talk to you like you're stupid and just, like, outright say, this guy is the good guy. You've known him for 5 years. Like, I don't really like exposition like that in the stories, but at the same time, you've got to give your fucking readers, watchers, viewers, whatever, you got to fucking throw them a bone and let them fucking, you know, at least kind of get what's going on.
The whole, like, quest and story mission about that dude with the shield. Dude has more to you than the story has. In that one moment, that dude took away your confidence and ability. The door and smacked the shit out of you with the fucking shield. He's like, no, sit the fuck down.
Know the truth?
On.
Wouldn't you want to know? Teshin said.
Teshin thinks he knows better. Maybe he does. Maybe
Alright, so do you want to do
he
the,
knows the queens.
show what you can of that music quest?
Yeah.
That's what you have to say.
I
We're gonna
gotta
have to
wait.
wrap
For,
up
I
soon.
have to wait for these assholes to shut up, though.
God. Unskippable dialogue. Unskippable boring dialogue that we don't care about.
Don't do that. Don't make excuses for me.
See, now she's regretting the fact that she killed the queen. Literally a cloned fucking... the head of the fucking Grenier, who are comical villains, which is what this game should be, like I said, who just want to kill people because they're bad people, and that's their story. There's no reason to regret killing the fucking queen, because she is the head of these people who literally have no motivation other than to kill people because they are bad. Why are you regretting the choice of killing? Oh my god, it's so dumb!
Technically, she didn't even kill him. She told Samurai to do it.
Yeah!
Guilty.
Fuck off with this!
To blow up Roswell.
Oh, right, that's not the fucking end. And there's a little epilogue here where we go meet Tension.
So you return to the worst place in the game.
Yeah. There. Sorry, Sorry, I was getting frustrated that the game wouldn't let me move.
There's the horror. Wait, this was a horror game. At least you can move now.
Yeah, thank God. You can see I'm kind of hauling ass here because I'm my patience.
Want to get it over with.
Yeah, I'm out of patience.
Do you remember that mission in Halo 3, the Cortana mission, where you were on that flood ship? And the entire mission was just like a slow, annoying crawl, and like the grave mine would appear, and he'd do that really slow dialogue and slow your character down.
Yeah, wasn't the mission named Cortana?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I feel like this entire quest has been. It's just been a slog with like just like in your face having fun for a second.
Whoops. Whoa, what? What? What is this? I don't think that's right. Whoops.
That's the most interesting thing that's ever happened.
Go platform. Move. Oh, I see.
I feel like this entire story is just that Cortana mission.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I can agree with that. It kind of is.
That's
Man.
enough. Run faster.
I miss Halo. I wish they'd be released on PC.
Chance, like, we should definitely play Halo 5 because I actually have a whole lot of fun playing that. I missed the sticky bomb though. That got us through legendary.
Some believe the Kuva within is the blood of Orokin ancestors.
You know, I'm looking at tension, and you know what I'm thinking about? I really want some cornflakes.
Well, I told you stop eating out of my head. Why you do this? Orokin spoon.
I'm gonna eat it, cause I... Come back here, you have my bowl. You have my bowl, come back!
No.
That's not how you do it.
You just drink that gross stuff. It is. Also, that spear just disappeared in your hand. I don't know if you saw that.
What?
There it is now. It just disappeared while you were holding it.
Try not to lose yourself, Tenno.
So without even knowing what the fuck... Not even knowing what the fuck that was attached to the spear, my operator just was like, yeah, whatever, I'm gonna ingest this. I'm gonna put it inside my body. Everything's gonna be okay.
That's terrible. If it was just a big old bag of piss.
This is just Grenier piss. I mean, did you see that? Did you see
Grenier
that
piss.
lady? How is she gonna move anywhere? She obviously just has a bottle.
And she just swings it around. She's like, look at my piss. I'm trying to look cool.
Alright, so with Octavia, the music Warframe, when you play her, she has songs, and you actually get to make the songs itself.
That's at least cool.
So here we go to the Mandicord, and you can see this, right? So
What is going on?
So you have notes, right? So here's like the gray ones are like your drums, the blue ones like your melody, and then the pink ones your bass, right? So you can make your own songs. So when you're playing the mission, you're actually like, this is like the boss is actually like, this is your battlefield. You're actually like jumping platform to platform to make the music. I don't know, it was the mission ran longer than it needed to, but I liked the idea where like to do damage to the boss, you have to jump on the right platforms and activate them. And first you jump around the circle activating like the drums. And it's like as you get further and further into the boss fight, the music is building up more and more because you're activating the different instruments. So
We just played. I don't even remember what we just played. I just remember a bag of piss. It's like a little bit memorable. Fucking Hitsune Miku looking ass.
that's because I have the helmet was user made, and then the skin is the deluxe skin. So the original skin is this.
Be a diva helmet. They did that on purpose.
Yeah. Oh
I actually
yeah.
like that skin. That looks cool.
The default skin or the deluxe skin?
You were showing off a second ago.
This one. This is the default skin.
Default one.
Yeah, and then this is the deluxe skin. So
Indy like purposely made this into Hatsune Miku.
I did. uh,
That is a
because
user helmet.
the helmet is user made, right? That's not from Digital Extremes. This is the original helmet that goes with this skin.
That is a lame helmet.
Yeah. But I liked this one. I thought it went well with the skin. Also, because it kind of has a skirt, it also kind of makes it look even more like Hatsune Miku.
They did that on purpose. Everybody came together and did that on purpose.
That's what it is. So, anyways, here's Titania, the one that I told you that can just turn into a fairy and fly around.
Well, actually, I like the head though.
The head, yeah.
I kind of like the design, the rest of the design. Actually, the head's not that bad. It just feels tiny.
Yeah, but there's not really that many good helmet choices. All the Warframes always launch with a secondary helmet, so there's this one, but I really didn't like it that much.
That one's fine.
I like the floppy ears, to be honest, more than the candles.
Right. I don't know. I think I would stick with the candles.
And then there's the user-made skin, but that head is way too tiny.
Yeah, I don't like that head. The skin's okay.
Kind of feels like they just inverted the colors. Like the light colors in the middle here, and now the light colors on. I don't know. Maybe
Well, I
it's
mean, isn't
little
that a
bit
Warframe
different.
skin, just like in inverted colors?
Yeah.
I have one of those.
Anyways,
Kind of cool, yeah. I like her.
yeah. Yeah, I like playing as her too, but
She has a little
just
default archwing on her butt.
that's because I mean she basically controls like Archwing when she's flying around as a fairy. Whoa, frame rate.
Ooh.
Let's just go to a mission and I can just show you. Wait, what do I have equipped on her? Ah, okay, that's fine. It's not great, but whatever.
Oberon like a fairy king too.
Yeah, yeah. I think the quests are like Oberon and Titania are like related. I don't remember if that's in the lore of the game or if that's in legit Greek lore.
It's kind of cool though.
I'll just go to like a regular just terminate mission. That's fine. I don't need to do a specific quest. I just wanted to kind of show off her abilities. So
My dog's been outside for like 5 hours now.
well, fuck that dog. Just let it stay outside.
For a tiny little fluffy face.
Is operational. I'm picking up multiple threats, all under Orokin control.
Oh, hey.
All out.
So I like. Was it her first move? I think it's her first move. It's such a troll move. It's like, yeah.
Oh,
Do you remember in Jack 3 the what is it
not to say.
the second level
Yeah.
of the Peacemaker? Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
was just
that.
about to be like, hey, you remember that?
Turn these soldiers.
I was just about to be like, hey, do you remember that one gun?
And then, let's see, what's her... Her number 2, I think, is just a buff. I need more energy. Yeah, okay, so it knocks the fucking soul out of them. And then you can pick up their soul for a buff.
That's kind of ridiculous.
The number 3 is... It makes one just float away, and then all the others, if there's any other enemies, they get attracted to the pretty light. And if they walk too close to the pretty light, they die. They become fucking flies. This is the bug zapper, and then enemies become flies.
And they're funny.
And then of course the 4th ability, like I said, is you turn into a fairy and you can fly around.
One of my favorite Warframes now.
Yeah, I like Titania. She's pretty niche. There's not many people who want her on the team, but
why not? She's amazing.
But I definitely like Titania because it's a fun, goofy frame that has a unique gimmick to it.
Need more of that. We need more fun, goofy frames. Like having fun. This is like in the past like 5 minutes I've seen more fun than that entire quest line.
Anyways, I'm not even gonna finish this mission. Good enough.
Need to wrap it up anyway.
You need to wrap it up.
Hang around all day cuddling our Hatsune Miku body pillows.
I don't have a body pillow. I did want to... I wanted the... Yeah, Korra's fine. That's who I've been playing recently. So, like I said, they did redo the map. But, like, there's sort of a progression to it now.
Yeah, but I can see. It kind of, like, branches off, too.
Yeah. But then also, they've redone the way that you get prime parts. You have these void fissures instead. So, now the void itself is pretty much useless. There's no, like, T1, T2, T3, T4 anymore. Instead, you have these void fissures, which are just randomly spawned every once in a while. And as you can see, like, this one takes place on Mars, so you're not always looking at the void tile set. This one's Phobos, Ceres. This one's in the void. And instead of having the keys, you have these relics, I guess. Oh, that's what they call them.
You only do it like a limited amount of times.
Yeah. So you have these relics, and you can see what's dropped by the relic here. And then you just equip this relic for the fissure, and you'll get a chance. The bronze ones obviously have a higher chance. Then you can adjust the chance. Yeah, and you can use these whatever points to adjust the percent chance of, you know, increasing your chance of getting the gold drop. So go away. Okay, so you can see there, like, without the enhancement, it's like, what, maybe like 10% chance that you're gonna get it, and then with the enhancement, it's like a 50% chance. So you can do that if you want. So, I think this is much better than the old tower key system. So it's much easier to get what you want. And when you do it with a squad too, so if everyone equips a key or a relic, whatever, you can pick the drops from your other teammates. You don't get just your keys drop, but you can say, oh, that person equipped this relic, and it dropped something that I wanted, so I'm gonna pick that drop instead of mine. So you have better chances of getting the stuff that you want if you're in a squad.
Okay, I think that system is way better than what they had in place.
Yeah, oh yeah, I like that improvement. And then also the mods too. So you remember before they used to have like individual mod cards called fusion cores that you would use to upgrade your mods?
Uh-huh.
Well, they got rid of that system now. And instead you just have a generic value, like a generic currency called Endo that you can spend to upgrade mods. So like, I need to upgrade the mods for my cat because I never had one until I got Korra. So you can see a lot of these mods are pretty low level. So like if I want to upgrade one of these mods, I can click on the one that I want. Let's go with Link Shield because it's the lowest, and then Fusion just like before. But instead, I can just click +4, +5, plus however much, and then you can see how much Endo it costs and how much credits it costs. So it's no longer Fusion Core dependent. It's just how much Endo you have and how much credits you have to upgrade.
That Fusion Core stuff, I don't know how long this takes, but at the later levels, the Fusion Cores will take forever.
Yeah, this is definitely a lot faster. And the thing is like, so you can still melt these down for Endo. So just like before, you could use duplicate mods to help upgrade a mod. You can pretty much do the same thing, but instead of just that, like, if I wanted to upgrade this pressure point, the best way is to use the duplicate pressure points to upgrade it. That was the old system, right? But now, instead of pressure point only being effective for that pressure point, I can now just select 121 of those pressure points and then dissolve it into 605 Endo. So,
okay.
So I think it's much more efficient. And then also, the last thing they've added are these Ayatan statues and Ayatan stars, which you just find randomly throughout missions that you just pick them up, and you can insert stars into them. So like, I'll put one here. And you can see here, you can sell these now for like 1,000 Endo. So, and there's
cool.
There's different rarities too. So some of them are worth more than others. So
cool. That's just free Endo.
Yep. Or if you really like them, you can use these also as decorations around your ship because, of course.
See, that's cool. I appreciate like they really made that whole system way better.
Yeah. So like upgrading your Warframes and getting Prime parts, like as far as farming Prime stuff has gone, it's much easier, and upgrading your mods is much easier. Also, you know, the biggest challenge that they've had is credits. Credits are still very necessary because it gets very expensive when you start upgrading mods to level 10. You know, it costs like, what is it, like 1 million credits or something? Maybe more than that. So they've been trying to relieve the necessity of credits as well. First of all, they have the sorties, which completing all 3 of these will reward one of these down here, which you can get some 4,000 Endo, Kuva, or, you know, some other, you can see all that stuff there. The Ayatan sculpture, this sculpture here will, if you can fill it with all the stars, it'll give you like 3,000 Endo or something, so anyways, but also completing these 3 missions will also give you like somewhere close to 200,000 credits, so that's pretty good.
It's not bad.
And then I think next week they're going to release a new update for what they're going to call Elite Alerts. So it's basically just like these alert missions, but they're super high level. And if you can complete it, it gives you a huge credit reward. So
they're making it a little bit more helpful.
Yeah. And then the last
going
thing
in the right direction, but
the last thing I wanted to mention are these. These are the Riven mods. So like all of these stats are randomly generated, but depending on the weapon, it might be more effective or less effective, and they base it on the popularity of the weapon. So like the meta weapons of the game, Rivens don't do a lot for them because they're the strongest. So putting a Riven on there is not much help because the point of the Riven is to try to make old weapons useful again.
That's
on paper
something good.
On paper it sounds good, but I can't tell you the number of weapons that I've gotten that it's like, oh, I bet this would be really fun if I can just, you know, get damage numbers that are actually valuable out of it. And even still with like a good Riven mod, sometimes it's still not enough. Like this Akzani mod right here, 185% extra multi-shot and 73% more magazine capacity. These things can basically just fire endlessly, basically what they are. And even still with that, a fully modded out Akzani with that Riven mod on it, still just like, I would take my static horde here over the Akzani because it's so piss poor in damage. Here the Akzani. They're basically fucking drills.
So it just they look stupid.
So like the Rivens, I like them and I hate them. So here's how it works. You get awarded like this kind of Riven, a Veiled Riven mod, and it's just for one weapon type. This one that we're looking at is just a rifle, so I can equip it to any rifle. And it has this challenge here to unveil it. This one specifically is kill 69 enemies with a finisher in 1 day, but they have other challenges too. You know, like complete a mission without being detected by enemies or whatever, stuff like that. And then when you complete it, it unveils the mod, and it randomly picks one weapon out of all of the weapons in the game. It's gonna randomly pick one of them, and then it's gonna randomly pick the stats that it has.
I don't like that.
Yeah, so like it's a good concept on paper, like I said, but it's RNG on top of RNG, and
I mean, it's something. They're trying to make the old like busted weapons kind of useful, and stuff like just endless magazines. That's kind of fun.
yeah.
I don't know if it's enough to actually invest time into it.
So the last thing that they've introduced with these Riven mods is because the stats are randomly generated, you can re-roll the stats for this material called Kuva, which is that thing that your character drank at the end of the quest, the red thing.
Oh.
So for like 900 Kuva, I can re-roll these stats and change them to something different. And the nice thing is it's not just a gamble. It's not that kind of thing where it's like I could re-roll it and wind up with something worse. So do I want to? No, it'll show you what the new stats are and let you pick. Do you want to keep the old one or do you want to use the new one, right? So,
well, that's something at least.
Yeah. So like, if you look at the bottom, let's look at like the Akzani. If you look down at the bottom of the card, there's like this circular triangle or circular arrow with the 2 next to it. That's how many times the stats have been re-rolled. So, if we look at this Gunsen one, that's the Warframe that I showed you.
Jesus.
I re-rolled it 15 times just to get these stats. So
is it hard to get Kuvo?
Yes and no.
Hard to get that piss.
So they at the Kuva Fortress, right here where the Grenier Queens were at, there's a Kuva survival mission where basically it works just like a survival mission, but you can change the capsules, the survival capsules, into Kuva siphoning capsules at the cost of lowering the amount of life support that you get. So, staying there for like doing a 20-minute run can usually award about 2,000 to 3,000 Kuva, so it's not that bad. When you have to do it 15 times like this, the Kuva cost goes up each time you roll it until it caps out at 3,500 Kuva total. So,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, so it starts out at 900, but then it goes up to 3,500. So,
you're really desperate.
Yeah. One of these I actually just bought. Yeah. My Corinth, my Corinth Riven. I bought this one. I didn't fucking cycle this that many times, but if you look, it's been cycled 126 times.
That's a pretty good stat, though. What was it, like 90% chance to crit?
Yeah, that's that shotgun that I showed you. I love this shotgun so much. Such a good shotgun.
Ooh, that looks cool.
I fucking love this shotgun. So
It's like just the shotgun.
yeah, it's just a shotgun with some good ass fucking sound design, and the numbers to back it up. It's got some good damage too, but it's not.
Before I leave.
So it's like moderately popular. So like the Rivens are not ultra effective on it, but it's also not a meta weapon, so they're not completely useless either. So
right.
But yeah, I have like 97% crit chance on it because of this close to 90% critical chance stacked on top of all the other mods too, right? So
I just turned the volume up on, like, I've had it mute this entire time because of the echo, and I just turned the volume on and I had like a sensory overload. These were echoing twice, sometimes were echoing like 3 times. Other things would echo like immediately after, other words were being echoed like 5 seconds after. Like it broke my brain for like half a second.
I wonder why it's echoing. I hope that's...
Well, I mean, I've like everything in my headphones, like our conversation.
Yeah.
But also turned on the stream, so I'm hearing it on the stream too.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what? I had no idea what was going on. Let's talk right now. Okay, there it goes. I don't like that. Really don't like that.
So, anyways, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to show you like some of the changes that they've made. Those are like the biggest
I like
ones.
a lot of the changes. I don't like the story change. I don't like that one, but I like the rest of the changes.
Yeah, I don't really like that one either. Not really a fan.
Trying and they're getting better. They're trying and they're getting better.
Yeah. You know, I like that they're always trying to improve. I think now that they finished the sacrifice quest, I really hope their focus will shift more towards gameplay enhancements and less on story quests. Although, like I said, I think they wound up ending the sacrifice quest on a cliffhanger, which means likely more story quests in the future. Some sweet ass lag here. There we go. Oh, still lagging. Okay. No. Wait. Alright. There we go.
There you go. There you go. Yep, there you go.
So, and then here's their big open world.
I've actually seen a lot of gameplay of this. It looks fine, but I don't really think it fits Warframe.
Yeah. Have you seen the fishing though?
I have.
I actually kind of...
I appreciate fishing in video games, no matter what it is.
I kind of like the fishing minigame in Warframe. I've spent quite a bit of time actually doing it. There's not really much of a reward for doing it. Well, there is, but I'm not doing it correctly. If you craft special bait, you can get fish that are very necessary for crafting important pieces for, I don't know, something that I don't really do. But I don't ever craft the bait. I just catch the normal, regular old fish. So, and I have fun just catching those normal, regular old fish.
I mean, that's what fishing is supposed to be in a game. Fun.
Yeah.
I appreciate good fishing minigames.
They're working on, like I said, right now they're working on a Venus open world. And I'm hoping that they've learned a lot. It sounds like they've learned a lot from making, you know, the Earth open world. So, I don't know. I'm just hoping that whenever they bring that out, it'll be a nice enhancement to the gameplay. And they can make it more centrally focused, like more part of the core experience. Because the only time I come to the Plains of Eidolon is mostly just the fish, actually. I don't ever really come here for any sort of necessity. But also at the same time, like, I don't know how they could implement it as more of a core part of the experience. Because, yeah, like you said, it's just Warframe is not built around being an open world experience.
It feels like something they added in because they could add it in.
Yeah. Well, and it got them a lot of press coverage, and it brought back a lot of old players. Technically, it brought me back,
is
so
good.
yeah. Actually, I came back for a little bit when I heard about the Plains of Eidolon, but I came back before they actually launched it. Then I was like, you know what, I'll come back whenever they launch it. And then they launched it, and I didn't actually come back. But then they launched Zephyr Prime Access, and I was like, I'm back, baby!
Oh, hell yeah, Zephyr Prime. When make Zephyr Prime?
When are they gonna prime Zephyr Prime?
When Prime Zephyr Prime?
Well, now we joke about that, but they've released Excalibur Umbra, which is basically a primed Prime.
When Umbra Zephyr Prime.
So when Zephyr Umbra Prime.
When make Umbra Zephyr Prime?
Oh, that's
They'd
the
never
thing.
Satisfied.
That's the thing I'm kind of worried about. No one is really sure what they're gonna do with this Umbra, whatever series of Warframes. Because right now it's only Excalibur Umbra. But is it? I don't know.
The longest time, there was only like what, Excalibur Prime?
Yeah. But and you can't even get Excalibur Prime because that was only exclusive to people who like the founders, the people who decided to buy into the beta.
Yeah.
So, like, I think. Well, first of all, Excalibur Umbra was released just as for more or less the same thing in China. Is they wanted to give the Chinese people a chance to have like basically a founders pack. So those who bought into the Chinese beta didn't get Excalibur Prime, but instead got Excalibur Umbra. And then everyone was like, well, when is North America gonna get Excalibur Umbra? And you know, they released Excalibur Umbra like in, I think I was still living in America too. I think it was like in 2015 or something. I don't know.
Shit, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I know. So, but it's so funny because
When make Umbra Zephyr.
it makes me think that the whole sacrifice quest that's totally about Excalibur Umbra. Here it is. Here's the sacrifice. I'm pretty sure they had no intentions of making a story around Excalibur Umbra, but I think somehow, not somehow, of course the rabid fans of Warframe found out that there is this exclusive Warframe in China, and they were jealous, and they're like, well, shit, we can't just release it here without a story. They made up this big lie, like, no, we don't want to release it here because there's lore significance for Excalibur Umbra. I think they're full of shit. I think there was no lore significance, but they just they wanted to come up with lore significance for it before they released it here.
Yeah, that's bullshit. So when make Zephyr Umbra?
That's the real question.
Like when Umbra Prime Zephyr? I'm gonna head out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're done.
I think we've been streaming for like almost 4 hours, 3.5 hours.
Yeah. So.
Just want to point out on the side of Mixer over here, it says, I got to go, I have no friends.
Yeah, this was, that was actually from last stream. It's so weird that it didn't, like, refresh the chat.
I got to go, I have no friends.
Oh.
Alright, well, I'm out.
Alright, well, thanks for joining. Maybe we can do this again sometime in the future where we're not just talking about Warframe the whole time, but...
It's not a Warframe mission where I just feel sad.
But yeah, we should do it again, or at the very least, you don't have to be on stream. But I miss you, man. Okay, don't say anything. Fine.
What? What?
I said I miss you, man.
I miss you too.
All right, thanks, man. So maybe some other time we could Just oh yeah, I see. You just okay. Fine. If you're getting impatient, we'll just fucking end it. All right. Well then,
Okay.
we'll talk again some other time.
So,
Okay. Bye.
ghosts.